What's up, everybody? I hope y'all can hear me okay. Can somebody please give me a sound check? Welcome, welcome, welcome to y'all know what it is. It's Angel Enterprises over here. And today I am your host, Angel Winfrey. Angel Winfrey. So I know it's a lot going on in the streets of YouTube as usual, but today I do not want to give attention to those who don't mother freaking matter. Today it's about the people we do care about. And I watched two videos today and I was shocked. Just like I know you guys were probably shocked. So, welcome to the building. Give me a second to get set up and let's get this show on the road. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody coming in. You know the rules. Please hit the like as you come in and please let your voice be heard. Okay. You know that these people do tend to watch the show or at least come in and out. So, we want to give them a message because I do think, judging by, and let me check the poll. I haven't checked it in a few minutes, but let me check it now. Thank you for everybody who participated in my community poll that I put out a couple of hours ago. Right now, 187 votes, okay? 67% of you all feel like I do and feel that Love by Eric and Mr. Cryer are meant to be together. Now, 37%, excuse me, 33% of you, well, it says no, too much has been done and that they shouldn't be together. And I'm pretty sure that at least 30% of those people feel like they should, that if they aren't going to be together as a romantic couple, then they should just co parent. And they're good at it. So shout out to Veronica. Hey Jeff. Hey, keeping up with E. Hey Tracy. Welcome to the building. Hello guys. Guys, hold on one second. For some reason, Lord, this Mac is not one to act right. Okay, there we go. Hey, PJ, look at my little internet crush. He back. Ooh, PJ, call me. I got some pictures for you. Nah, I'm just playing. What's up, PJ? How you doing, my love? Hey, Anna Berry, welcome to the building. Hey, Asia, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Antoinette. Antoinette says she's got the right spirit and she's praying for Mr. Cryer and Queen Erica. Yeah, because y'all, who hasn't been in a relationship and had problems? Like, seriously, if anybody has been in a perfect relationship and haven't had any fallouts, please speak up in the chat. Please, because I'm going to be honest with you. I've had a couple decent relationships and I was married for a long time. And y'all, it's always something, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to beat up on the men. I don't want to do that, because I feel that this isn't the show for that. I feel this is a show where I'm hoping to get through to some people that I love and respect. Okay. I saw Erica's video, and I'm sure pretty much everybody, in the building has already seen it. If you haven't, please check out Love by Erica's last video because, baby, when a woman's fed up, let me tell you something. And I'm not sure if she's fed up with Mr. Cryer or not, but I know she is fed up with those other snakes in the grass that's been running around. Hey, Katina. Hey, Kiki's World. Welcome to the building. Okay, Nails by Shavina. Girl, where you at? I'm trying to get these nails because I've grown my natural nails out again. So I want to get them done. I don't want to get any kind of gel or anything. Well, I get my gel. Don't get me wrong. I get gel nails, but I want some designs and I'm trying to figure out a way to get them long enough to where it gives that same effect when I do have that little tips on there. So what's up, Thug Life? How you doing, my love? Thank you for coming in here and glad to see you, PJ, because I want y'all to represent the fellas and give us some insight on your views. So the thing is, hey April. So the thing is, okay, I've been watching since the beginning. I was watching Love by Erica, and I was familiar with Mr. Cryer when they got together. I knew of him from, of course, the Prince family, who my youngest son used to watch. So the thing is, it was chemistry. It was chemistry. And a lot of times when you meet a person and it's that type of chemistry, it tends to move pretty fast. Pretty fast. Hey, 410 Byron. Oh, the fellas coming out. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Welcome to the building. Um, and it's just, oh, you think it's a prank? No. This is not a prank. This isn't a skit, baby. I mean, now don't get me wrong, okay? I don't have any extra tea that y'all don't, Um, all I can say is Erica is really affected by what's been going on, and mainly because she cares about her freaking family, y'all. She cares about her children. And these people on the internet have been coming for her children. You know, they've been coming for her. And she's got a tough skin. She's nobody's weak punk, nothing, none of that. We all know that. Hey, Big Bad Wolf. Hey, Life of Kyra. But I'm going to be real with you. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I think that, you know, with everything that's been going on for the past year, you should say, she's in reason to cut a lot of people off. A lot of people off. She is. And I think it's important for us women to really realize that when we're in a relationship, we have got to stand on what we believe. That's the only way to get the man to see. Okay. And I respect Love by Erica to the ultimate level. I do. And I don't want to come off like I know her better than you guys because I don't. I really don't. I've had a few conversations with her, and I honestly think she's one of the sweetest young ladies it is, but we're not chum buddies, clicked up, talking all day and night. Okay. So, I do want to speak as a grown woman would speak to another grown woman. Okay. Because this is her life and she knows, what she knows, and like Mr. Cryer said, there's been times that they've had disagreements that never made it to the internet. Okay, so we only going by what we've seen firsthand here, and it's been a lot. Let's be clear; they've been through a lot worse, and I think that that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video because it really affects me in a sense because I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them both. And it's like I was saying, when you get in these relationships and it's that instant type of heat and everything along with it, you're bound to have a lot of chaos, and they are very intelligent but real people. And they both can get pretty emotional at times and can break down that fourth wall. And I think that that's partly to do with how Erica handled well, I'm not gonna go call him NBA young man. Lord bless his little heart, broke heart. He yeah, I didn't like to see Mr. Cryer's video, that he reacted to getting broken up with because I could tell he was really being serious. And I believe him when he said that a ring was somewhere in the horizons. But baby, Erica is not playing. Okay. Okay, that's why I chose that picture. That picture that's on the thumbnail, I consider that to be one of the pictures that I absolutely love because it shows bad girl Erica. Okay, and she's not taking no shit. Let's be real. And can you blame her? Can you blame her? Now, Mr. Cryer, of course, has been a pretty cool father. We've seen they've had their hiccups and here and there, but for the most part, that man does take care of her child, and he obviously cares a lot about her. But what I want to say to Mr. Cryer, I've already said on my other video called NBA Young Man. I'm talking to you. So if you haven't checked out that video, if you're after listening, you guys need to check it out because I said a mouthful. And I mean every word. And I want to remind, Mr. Cryer, that when you have something like a precious gem, you put insurance on it, meaning you ensure that you protect it because it has value and you don't want to lose it. Okay? It's more than just car insurance, it's more than just jewelry. Okay? And you found a young lady that accepted, number one, your age because you are older. You're old enough to almost be her Well, no, let me change that. You're old enough to be her father. And she accepted you because of a genuine interest in you. I do not at any point feel that Love by Erica dated that man because of who his family was associated with, of YouTube or anything. I'm sorry, I don't. I think it was because of the way he treated her in the beginning, got her open. I do. And of course, you guys know she got pregnant relatively quickly. So, of course, now they have a beautiful son together. Dion is running around this world about to take on YouTube and anything else he wants to. And they ain't gonna stop him. Erica told me she ain't gonna show the kids, but I got a feeling if Dion wanna do YouTube, he's gonna do YouTube. Okay, let's make look. I saw him putting the crackers on the sofa. Okay, so I'm rooting for him. I really am. And I hope you guys are too. Crier needs to listen and hear what Erica's saying. Why come on social media and say he's upset with her? That's not standing up for her. Everything doesn't have to be expressed on social media. Correct, Inez. Correct. Correct. And I definitely don't think Mr. Crier meant for it to affect her as much as it did, other than I feel he said it because I feel like he was just trying to be real and let it be known that he was a little upset with her, but he still was going to protect her. And when we get up here, you know, guys, I'm sorry, you speaking, you know what I mean, and especially someone like Mr. Cryer. I doubt if he's cutting the camera off, taking retake after retake. It doesn't seem that way. He came off in his video as very authentic in this one and that one. So, hey, Michelle. Hey, Esther. I really do feel that he was speaking from his heart. And I really do feel, that Love by Hair Erica was also speaking from her heart. And I think that that woman has been hurt with good reason. And the thing that I was saying to Mr. Cryer in the other video was, look, that's your woman. Protect her. Like this is the woman that is beside you that you know isn't for you for money. Like I'm sure Mr. Cryer's comments stay flooded of little, hookers. I'm gonna call them hookers, okay? Women who see how he is, they see he makes a little money on YouTube. They see he's got a sizable following, and that's all it takes. It's nothing at all about him. And they genuinely could care less about him. They want a piece of what he has to offer. So to be able to find a young woman that instead of wants to take from him was willing to get down in the trenches and build with him, even though if you guys look back at Mr. Cryer before Erica, his channel took off after her. Her channel grew slower. And that happens a lot of times. Y'all will ride with the dudes for some reason. And I think it is that idea of, ooh, he's the man. And we women have an ability to make the man look better than what they were. Only we know what goes on behind closed doors. And then we're the ones with egg on our face when something goes wrong because then they're like, well, you the one told us he was a good dude. Yeah, well, there you go. That's the entertainment factor of all of this. Okay. Okay. Let's be clear. And I'm quite sure there's a reason why Mr. Cryer is upset with Erica. And the reason why he's upset is because he's torn. His family's involved. And by family, I mean his older son. And I don't think it's fair for neither one of them to be dragged through the mud as much as they have been and have distance that's been wedged in between them, especially not when Mr. Cryer has bonded with that baby. And I'm quite sure he's hurting now. And the reason be it is because he does know what I'm saying about Erica. He does know that she genuinely cares about him. That's not her sugar daddy. Let's be clear. Love by Erica is a beautiful young melanated lady. Okay. And she might have 3 kids, but let me tell you, her snapback is better than ours. Okay. Okay. Okay, she does her thing. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Erica very easily could date an entertainer. She could very easily be one of those young ladies if she was just about money to go after an NBA or an NFL player. Let's be clear. And she's the appropriate age. Mr. Cryer, on the other hand, is an older man who, at this point, is probably ready to enjoy the beautiful years of that he has left. I wish him 100 years more, but that's just not reality. And one thing I can say about a person as they get older, they do understand how short life really is. So God bless him for, even saying, well, look, just because I didn't give it a ring, that doesn't mean I wasn't going to. He heard up and spit that out. Hey, gamer girl now. Melanie says, I think Erica is overwhelmed. She have one man accusing her of hurting her child and another one letting the internet know he's mad at her while she's busy being a mother. Exactly. And then to think of little baby Drake, being sick and having to go to the hospital. And then did y'all hear what she said about him not being able to hear? Could you imagine how terrified she was? And instead of her being able to get all the emotional support she needs from his father, from his stand-in father, from everyone, people have still been bashing her, accusing her of being a bad mother. And guys, I've got to tell you, that's one of the most awful things to think of in the world for someone to do. She deserves the best, and she deserves a strong support team. Not saying Mr. Cryer hasn't been, there for her, but he too has ditched out a lot of BS. He has. Let's be clear, he's a man. He's a man. He's a man. And the name NBA Young Man, let's dissect that name after I read Michelle's comment. She says, Erica's tired. She is at home with all the kids and dealing with Mucka dragging her on the internet, and Mr. Cryer is at the casino. That is upsetting to any mama at home stressed with babies. I totally get it, Michelle. I totally get it. And that is the reason why I nicknamed Mr. Cryer NBA Young Man. If those of you who don't follow the hip hop scene know, there is an artist named NBA Youngboy. And his name stands for Never Broke Again, which is all about he pretty much decided that he was going to give it his all to never go back to what he came from. And that fits Mr. Cryer perfectly. The majority of his life, he lived a very modest life. He made some mistakes, of course, that he's been honest about and been in some situations. He, of course, was married. And now the greater part of his life or the older part of his life is totally different. It's totally different. I'm pretty sure if 10 years ago, if you would have said, hey, you gonna be on YouTube, you ain't gonna work, you gonna retire early. You ain't gonna be working. Just gonna make a couple of videos a week. You gonna live better than you ever live. Do you think he would have believed it? Do you think he would have believed it? And can you guys hear me? My little bubble stopped moving. Okay. So that's the thing. Young man, of course, in the name comes from the part I felt like he had still a lot of maturing to do when it came to the ladies department, you know? And I've heard Mr. Cryer say he doesn't need a woman to do his channel. His channel does fine without it. And that's true, it does, because we tend to love him, we accept him, we watch him, and we support his channel regardless. But the truth is, there's a certain light around him when he records with Erica. They're very comfortable together. And I'm sorry, Erica's just not that one. And to be playing games and playing games with. She's not, y'all. She's not. And it's sad because, of course, you have a public persona and then you have your true identity, your true self, which sometimes is so different from what you guys see on this app. And she doesn't do that. She doesn't do that. She just tries to respect her platform, guys. That's it. I'm sure if she didn't care about her children so much so she would have been cursing them people out. She would have been doing it. And let us not forget, just a couple months ago, after she gave birth to the baby, Miss Cryer had cold feet. So he's got to understand that that's still at the back of her mind. Like, has he changed or not? And I want to say to them, please go to counseling. Please go to counseling. Mr. Cryer, please. Okay. Now I'm Angel Winfrey. Okay. And I would gladly charge you, 100 and something an hour. Okay. I'll do it if you want me to. But, sir, please go to someone who can truly help you guys to put it all out on the table. And that's if you guys get back together or not. Hey, Rapper J. Either way, either way, if y'all don't get together romantically, please, please, please go to counseling. It's been a lot on both of your parts. It really has. But it's something to work with. Like, to think of someone that accepts you just for who you are, not for what you have, to be with someone that's got your back wholeheartedly, to be with someone that has ambitions and goals, to be with a woman that's a good mother to your youngest child, that's priceless. That's priceless. That's priceless. And it's not to say that everything she's done or said is perfect, but sir, I'm sorry, she gets a pass because she's the mother. And just like Michelle said, that young woman has 3 children now with 3 different men, two of which she's proven she can co parent and coexist. She proved she's not the bitter baby mama. She showed you that. She willingly accepted old Burt Bag. She did. Flatback was respected when you and her were dating because Erica did not want to be someone that was going to be messy and bring drama to your life. When she thought you guys weren't going to get together, she respected that. And it's so sad that she did. So sad that she did. I wish the hell we could go back in time and have her immediately put a stomping on Toya during the camera and never have spoken to her. Because, of course, we know what's going on now. And I don't care if the muckers are happy about you all breaking up, but I must say, Erica, you gave them what they wanted. They are tickled pink. I'm quite sure Flatback has watched your video and Mr. Cryer's video, and they all kikied and laughing at their little $2 steaks. And it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. And y'all, how many of y'all were shocked that Love by Erica pretty much broke up with him on the internet? That was one of the things he was stating in his reaction is the fact that she could have called him. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm trying to find something. Oh, okay. So, guys, I had a Zoom meeting earlier. Do apologize, but I think that's why I'm lagging a little bit on my screen. So just give me a moment to try and work that out, please. But yeah, but I really do think that, that's got a lot to do with it. I do. And I don't know if they're ever going to get back together. I don't know if, they're meant to be together and whatnot. I can only go by my observations. And he has not abused her in the way that other men have, and Erica needs to realize too that now she's at the level where, of course, people will come at her the same way they're doing Crier, that a lot of people won't genuinely care about her. They'll care about her name. You know, Demonte, you thank you for your comment. You say he did have her back this time. People were saying that it's a series. Yeah, and they're pranking everyone, but I don't think so at all. No, this was not a prank, guys. If it was a prank, then I know I'm shocked because I kind of felt in my soul that it was Erica just being 100% with us of how she felt. And I feel that she does not trust that Mr. Cryer is truly on her side. He even said, she told him, "Oh, I think you need to go back to the next chick. I think that's who you really want." And I'm sure that had to be a major blow to him. I'm sure. Hold on, let me see your comment. For some reason, it's coming up slow. I'm back on my Mac, and I don't know why it's coming up slow. Erica needs to stop going live. Hold on. It left. Hey, welcome to the building, Beyond Blessed. Y'all, please, if you don't mind, tap that like button. Um, Hold on one second. I wanted to read that comment. You weren't surprised either, Esther? Yeah. Hold on, I don't went up too fast now. Oh yes, rain. I ain't even go friend. I started to play that song, but I know I'll get a copyright. But baby, I wanted to play that when a woman's fed up, right? Well, she's been rocking with Cryer for 3 years, and he was playing the same old tune. A woman gets tired after a while, and it's time for Cryer to man up. Yes, I do believe that. And I'm not gonna say he can't get her back, but he can't get her back with that same old tune. He can't. He can't. And especially with all the added factors. Yeah, I don't think it's a prank either. I wish it was a prank. I wish it was a series. I must say it would be a hell of a convincing series. Okay, they would deserve an Oscar Academy Award because Mr. Cryer truly looked hurt, and Erica truly looked determined. And she looked determined not to let these people win. And when I say win, what I mean is she doesn't care to give them that energy anymore. And I don't blame her. It takes what she has to give to her children, to her children. Many of us have had multiple children, so we can identify with what it's like to raise children. And she has a right to be tired. That's true. And I heard her say in the comments that now she pretty much is going to always have pretty much at least one child with her, unless her mom comes. So could you imagine how exhausted she must be? Lawana, welcome to the building. She needs time to herself to think because she's been going through a lot with people in general. I agree. I do agree. I certainly do agree. Yeah. So, guys, how many of you feel? And in just a moment, because I was going to put up I'll just put up a poll that way you guys can feel comfortable to answer. Those of you who don't want to hit the panel, just a second. Okay, let's make a poll. Okay, hold on, guys. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm just doing the poll, so thank you for coming to the building. Y'all, please get the likes up. Matter of fact, when the lights hit over 100, I'll be back. Okay, 10 more likes. And thank you all for everyone who's come in the building and does that automatically. I really do appreciate it. Come on, guys. 6 more likes. Let's get those likes up, please. It's 184 people in the chat. I don't think that's asking too much. Likes are free. Five. Okay, three more. Ah, hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Yes, thank you, MB. Y'all hit the like button. Good grief. I know I don't have that many haters. It takes 2 seconds and show support. Thank you guys for who do it automatically without me saying it. Just because you come over here and hear what I have to say, I really do appreciate that. Crier was mad at Erica. Oh wait, hold on. Let me go back to the other screen so I can read your comment. Uh, okay, guys. I'm sorry, but it's this neck. I don't know. It's the internet, really. Y'all, I gotta go back to Spectrum. This just ain't doing it. Shout out to AT&T, but I'm gonna need y'all to bump it up. Okay. Okay, so Healing Peace says Mr. Cryer should just show up with the ring. He might want it to propose in a grand way, which is why it's taking a minute. I really do, in all my heart of hearts, feel that Mr. Cryer was planning on doing that. But, you know, given the circumstances, I really think that it's not about the grandioso of things. And one of the things I like about Erica is she's very humble. She likes nice things, and you can tell, but she doesn't need all those wells and vessels. I think she would have been happy to just be proposed to, on a mukbang. They could have done a Wendy's mukbang, and I feel like if he would have presented a ring on his knee, I think she would have taken that as just as special. And one of the things that I would like for Erica to know is that when a man is about to be proposing, look, she's been married more times than me, so she could probably tell me some things. I'm still working on number two. But is that when a man is about to propose, they do tend to act out a little bit. Okay, they do, they do. And men already, are, I'm not going to say cut from a different cloth than us women, but a lot of times they don't do what we want them to do. And I'm sure she knows that. But I think it just hurt her. I think that she's just worried of what the future will be, and like how she spoke about the fact that when he does, or other his exes she used, does something wrong, that he tends to take it lighter, and then when she does something, oh, it's World War Three. And I think the reason is because he her to be his woman, and I don't think he knows just how bad he's hurt her by not speaking up. A lot of times, of course, back in the day, he would see people saying things about her and he would be silent and whatnot. And of course, he would be cordial, even with, flatback, okay, who has the fake engagement. But I just don't think he got it. I don't think he knew it was that serious. And I don't know, like, how many of you guys think that this was right for her to do? Can you put a one in the chat if you agree with Love by Erica and you think she's justified in breaking up with him? Ooh, oh darn. Okay, okay. You're not shocked? Yeah. It's a two. Okay, so can we get a two if you think Love by Erica should have just, waited it out a little bit longer, maybe talk to him behind the scenes and maybe set up that counseling appointment. I heard her say that why he hadn't set it up, but I don't know, guys. I just feel like, shucks, I don't know. With their relationship, it's hard to say because they're both so strong natured. And it's like Mr. Cryer is nobody's little pushover. I'm quite sure he's not a mucker. Okay, let's be clear. And Erica isn't a Toya. You know what I mean? It's sort of like these were different people. Oh wow. Oh wow, y'all. Yeah, I see a lot more twos, Erica. I hope you listening. Crier acts like she needs permission to go live and nonsense on that one. Exactly. And I kind of heard him saying, like he didn't want her going live because he didn't want them to know that they affected her and whatnot. But he said he was embarrassed. And I don't feel that he has an idea of what embarrassment on this here internet feels like, because most of the time when people go in on a female, it is 100 times worse than the man. True, they may have talked a little junk about him, this and that, but not at the volumes that they've done Erica. I do think he can identify and understand it, especially when he's been there firsthand to see how bad these people were hurting her. But no, it hasn't been the same. You know, I know for a fact that that young lady has had tears because of this situation. And I know it made her a stronger person. And I know that in the end, God has got her. Like, I know that. And it was good to hear Mr. Cryer talking about how he and Love by Erica, they pray together, and that he speaks to her about putting it in God's hands. And if God wants this union, then it's going to be. But Mr. Cryer, I'm going to need you to step it up, my brother. I'm going to need you to step it up. The same things that you could use to get another woman just isn't what Erica wants or needs. You know, that's just not it. She wants to know that she's with someone that is with her as just as much as she's with them. Like, true, she may have went to dinner with Mucker, but that was truly, or not dinner with him, but the situation where she met with the family and all of that. She might have done those things, but I guarantee you it was only out of respect. Only out of respect. Crier has stuck up for this woman time and time again, and he should stay away from her. Thank you for your comment, Amanda. So you feel like that it's over, that he has stuck up for time and time again, or most recently has really started to take up for her? Because let's not forget how many months and months and months that Moji and them were had a free range to say whatever they wanted to about her. And I understand what you're saying, healing peace. But I mean, it's not healing peace, but Amanda, but that right there, because we don't know the whole story. That never made it to the internet. That's only speculations about what was said. We don't know the contents of what was said. And Moji, of course, hates Love by Erica. Okay. I don't believe that mess that he was trying to spill, like as if he loved her so much and they were such good friends. No, he was just such a deceitful creep. He really made her think he was a decent person. Okay. Thank you for that comment, the person that just messaged me, because that was one of the points I was just going to make. Is, both of these people love each other and have hurt each other, and that's something that sometimes, guys, it's a little too, what is it, too little too late, and I'm praying it's not. So if Erica made mistakes and Cryer made mistakes, well, then what? Because neither one of them have been perfect. Like if I was Crier, when Moji and J. Michael were high fiving each other, calling themselves brothers, and putting out, video after video about Love by Erica, calling her evil and mentally, this and all of this and that. I think he should have went out the window then. And I think he should have, and then too. Hold on, let me say this, because I'm sure Mr. Cryer is one of those. He doesn't want to exactly get in the middle of the woman business. But I'm sorry. Look at how Mucker and Flatback have been disrespecting Erica. So it would have been kind of good if Mr. Cryer would have really let Flatback have it. I mean, it's definitely deserved. She betrayed his trust as well. He's the one that's actually spent the night with her. He's the one that actually spent the night with her. So I don't know, guys. This is the thing. I'm gonna drop the link, and tonight I want to stay on topic, okay? Because I don't want to give those people that really doing it. I'm sick of making it seem like those muckers matter when all that matters is the people that we truly care about and are deserving of it. And I'm over here. That's Love by Erica, Mr. Cryer, and their family. I mean, we've given those others too much attention. So I'm going to drop the link, and I hope you guys will come up and please state your case, whether you feel Love by Erica was justified in breaking up with Mr. Cryer, or if you think that they need to redirect, if Erica needs to take a second look at this and take some time off, possibly, but work it out. I'm voting for counseling, but y'all know how I'm giving it up. I'm a diehard fan. I really want to see them successful together. And it kind of hurt me when Mr. Cryer was talking about he thought they were going to be a power couple. Y'all are a power couple, Cryer. Y'all already are. You have Dion. You have Dion. Okay. So it's very important for you to know that even if Love by Erica never forgives you and wants you back, that you all are still that power couple and still give great content. You all did that. We saw you guys do that when you guys were doing the series and stuff, and y'all weren't dating then, from what it's been told. Okay, guys, so this is the link. Cryer needs to come out and tell the truth about Toya and Mucka and shut them up for good. He always seems like he's protecting her. Ooh. Okay, so Esther, I really feel that he feels in his mind that it's wrong for him as a man to go in on a woman like that. That's what I'm thinking. And he doesn't want to piss in contest because number one, it's hard to combat people that are just liars. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what I think. I think he wants to just be able to concentrate on the content. But I know exactly what you're saying.
Hey, Angel Winfrey.
Hey, healing peace. Welcome to the chat, baby, or to the
Thank you.
panel.
I'm so glad to
So,
be
how are you
here. I've been
feeling
trying
about
to come
this?
up for a minute. Um,
Well, welcome.
well, I've been
Did you
watching.
hear what I had said? I didn't mean to cut you off,
What
but
happened?
my laptop is a little delayed, so I do apologize. I don't want to talk over you, but please tell us what you think about this situation.
So, I've been watching Crier and Erica for a while. I'm Team Erica all the way, Team Crier all the way. But I have to say, I think a lot of the frustration and the things that are going on is some things that maybe we don't know about, but it seems also to me that the muckers and came and frustrated Erica in the internet again, with the allegations that he's saying about her parenting. And I feel like that kind of plays a role in her being frustrated about certain things, and maybe she should just take a step back, on Crier a little bit, and they both need to give each other a little bit more grace in the situation because they're dealing with it together. It's one thing
Yes,
to say, oh, I'm dealing with everything by myself, but in a sense she's not. They're dealing with it together. They have some of the similar fears of things maybe not working out because of the other side or whatever the case may be. They're dealing with a lot of the same things, so grace needs to be had from both of the parties.
I agree. I do not think Crier needs to talk to any of those women at all. Okay, no new
Agreed.
women, but especially any of his exes. No, they shouldn't have his number. They shouldn't have access to him. They definitely shouldn't be able to bring up anything at all about Erica because at this point, it's
Facts.
clear to see how much these people despise her.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I definitely agree. I feel
And
like
and Erica,
I kind of feel like Erica may be upset a little bit because Crier is kind of holding on to some information, and it's like, okay, so if you had my back all the way, why wouldn't you just expose this woman for who she is and just get them off my back once and for all? Because everybody knows that Latoya is the one pulling the strings, you know. So if that is the case, I could totally understand that. Also.
yeah, yeah, I totally understand. And I spoke on that a little bit too, just the idea, of what Veronica's saying. People are now celebrating the fiasco. It was done the wrong way, period. Yeah, but y'all, you can't tell her how to feel. And that young woman is probably hurt. She's probably hurt because
Yeah.
the way that Cryer's done it, it does probably make her feel like, well, dang, I've seen what he can do because you've seen how angry he can get. And we've
Mhm.
seen him break down that fourth wall with her. So do it for old Mud Bucket, okay?
Right.
Let Mud Bucket feel the wrath of Cryer. Why does it have to be the woman that is loyal and loves you?
Yo. I mean, although, she probably could have told Crier, before bringing it to the internet, but we can't control what she chooses as content. Just like I heard other people talking about, oh, well, she probably shouldn't have showcased, shopping with Mucker. It might have made situations worse, this, that, and the other. I totally disagree because I feel like Mother Mucker already knows she's a vlogger, so I don't think that had anything to do with things transpiring in that sense. But we can't control what
Yeah.
she chooses to vlog or for content. It's her channel.
Yeah. Okay, so Georgia says, I really don't know how to vote on this because Eric is hurting and I feel it for her. I think Latoya contacting them or even feel like she can still contact him hurt her feelings. It does. And I do believe Mr. Cryer when he said that he thought it was Erica calling. I think the
Yeah.
thing is it's deeper than just one occurrence. Okay. I think it's a bunch of things that
Ooh.
he's done that just kept adding up.
So do you think that it was more conversations that him and Latoya had more than just the one, and then more than just the one that her and Mucker had with him?
I would like to say no. I would love to say no, but looking at how stalkerish Flatback is, I think it may have been one or two more.
It could have
Because she
been.
wants that connection. You know what I mean?
Right. But more than anything, she want to control every situation that has nothing to do with her, the ones that have something to do with her and the ones that don't. She want to be able to control all parties, even including his
I agree.
family and all that.
I agree. So, what's up, Asia? Welcome to the panel.
Hello.
Hey, baby. So, what were you wanting to say?
I hope it's a prank because I I'm a supporter of Erica and I'm a Cryer supporter. So I really hope it's a prank.
No, baby, this was
But
not a prank. This was 100% real. Erica was really hurt. She's heartbroken. And I feel like partly because she did feel like this was the time for their white picket fence because there's so many elements that are now falling into place. However, I think it really did hurt her when Mr. Cryer made the comments about the fact that he was upset with her. Because of
hmm
course, as far as we knew in YouTube world, everything was fine beside them.
yeah.
I don't personally see anything wrong with him saying, that he was upset with her. I mean, that's just like saying, yeah, we at odds right now, but we gonna be back rocking in a minute. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't know.
It's sort of like when you have a cup of water and it's almost full, so you decide to put just a little bit more in it and it spills over. That's what I feel like this breakup was. I feel like it's been a little bit of too much added. And then when he did one more thing, that was just, look, I'm tired, you know? And not to mention, she's under a lot of stress, probably. I mean, how would you like it if you saw the other woman and your child's father parading around YouTube like these fools? You know what I mean? Like, that's got to be a stickler. Like, I couldn't even imagine. I don't
Yeah,
even like y'all. I could care less about Tari, but I'm gonna be real with you. If that fool was on the internet doing stuff like how they've done Erica and whatnot, another woman that came from YouTube using my name, oh my God, y'all. Lord have mercy. It'll be donation frauds everywhere because they'd be like every damn week. Angel's been picked up again. Y'all, all y'all have y'all own channels. All the channels will be, we gotta stop Angel. She won't stop fighting. Oh my gosh. Tell her to stop. We gotta, baby. That's not something easy to deal with. And I think she's done so well, trying to move forward with everything that she wants to do. Like,
mm,
who knew? Writing books, that's the second book. You get what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
like what, the fourth, fifth song? That's not the first time she's written a song. And even she got ridiculed for that. You know what I mean? It's just sad.
That was ridiculous to me because I
Sad.
mean, like she said in her video, everybody missed the point of the song. The whole point of the song was that she's pro-life.
hmm
And another thing I got from the song, I thought it was absolutely beautiful because Cam has his dad. Now has his
Yeah.
mom.
Welcome to the building, Shanette. Please
Hi
continue, healing piece.
everybody. Hi
And
everybody. I just my heart is broken for the both of them in this
oh
situation.
yeah, my bad. I didn't know
Honestly.
somebody was talking, but Of course, Eric is gonna have to,
And I do
be
apologize. Wait,
more
let me
for
cut you
him.
off for 1 second just to make sure you understand. I do apologize, y'all. I have a delay for some reason, so I do apologize. I don't want to talk over you, but it's a delay on my end of a couple of seconds. So I'm trying to fix that now.
Okay.
Okay, I had a Zoom call on, and I think that's what the problem is. So I'm trying to figure out a way to stop it. But please, I didn't mean
Okay.
to cut you off, but I did want to speak to Shanette to let her know that you was up here. But can you continue? I hope you ain't forget what you were gonna say.
Oh no, it's okay. This is only my second time I think hopping on a panel, so I gotta kind of get the hang of the delay and all that stuff too. So my bad. But I was just saying, like, of course, Erica is going to have to put in more time and attention with Baby Drake, and that's what I got from the song. Also, just the whole journey and the pregnancy with him, it gave her more strength, and it was a lot behind the song. And I don't understand why everybody is on her head about that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
people are really torn up about it. Susan says, I don't think Erica really loves Mr. Cryer. He loves her. I think it's a one-way love. Susan, why would you think that they share a child together?
Okay.
I
I
definitely think
um
Erica loves him.
I
I think she
think
do.
that the whole situation, it breaks my heart for the both of them because they've come so far to let it all be taken down by the devil. But at the same time, Mr. Cryer, he needs to understand when he got on that live, and not only did he say about her that um she's not innocent. I think that's what hurt her the most, is that he said
That
she's not
she's
an
not
innocent.
innocent.
Yeah. And once he said that, I think that was really like a deal breaker, because it's like, what side are you on? Are you here to defend
Mm-hmm.
me, or are
Mm-hmm.
you on
I
here
agree.
to go against
I
me?
definitely agree. I was kind of shocked by that.
Yeah, I agree on that. I
So
agree on that one.
I think that he should have left that part out, the same way that he's saying that she shouldn't have came to the internet with how she felt today. He should have made sure that he kept that part off the internet as well.
But I think that he was more so giving a comparison, like, okay, she ain't innocent, but she my baby. She the one I love. Ain't nobody gonna talk ish about her, and I'm gonna stand here and defend her, whether she ain't perfect or not. And I think
Yeah,
that that's the
I
point that
agree
he
with
was
you.
making.
I agree with you, but at the same
Hmm.
time, it's like you can't play devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? You got to be one way or the other.
Now,
If you on here and it's about what the other parties are doing, and you're there to address them, then that's what it should have stayed as, him addressing them. Whatever he needed to address with his woman,
mm-hmm.
that should have been kept off of that segment that he had.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he
I
meant
Hmm.
it
agree.
in that way. Just logically
Yeah,
thinking. Like, I'm not trying to say nothing about nobody, but I'm just saying, like in his defense, because men think different and men speak differently.
they
So,
sure
you
enough
They
know,
do.
do.
like, I don't think he was like straddling no fences when he said that. I just think it was something that he was using to show everybody,
A
like,
poor
look,
choice of words.
a poor choice of words, exactly. Like, hey,
Definitely,
you know
yeah.
what? She done made some mistakes, but I'ma still stand here and defend her. You know?
Yeah, you're right. Well, hopefully you guys they
Yeah,
can get it
if
together.
I feel like if maybe he would have left that part out and just kept to the idea that no matter what, he's gonna protect the woman that he loves and cares for and shares a child with.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough right there. You know,
Yeah.
nobody. It's always gonna be one person's side, the other person's side, and then the truth. Okay. For all
Yep.
we know, for all we know, and of course we haven't heard about it, but I'm just putting it out there to say, for all we know, Erica ran up on the car trying to choke Toya when they saw each other, and cursed her out, cursed her mama out, spit on her face. We don't know. We can only go by what we've seen. And the way that they bullied that young lady, it's just, I'm sorry. I just feel Mr. Cryer would have been better off hopping on flatback. Okay, he should have hopped on her.
He
I
should
don't
have.
think it's a time to be cordial. I don't think it's a time to let bygones be bygones. I think it's a time to put a stop to them. That's just like you had the girl Lita. They had gotten to the point where they were doing videos every day about me. They were coming out with all these whack behind stories and all this BS. And it took me one time to put my foot down. Okay. When I put my foot down, now she's back to praying. Okay. Let's be clear. And that's the energy. Okay, let's be clear. I think that's the energy Flatback should get. Where Mr. Cryer needs to stop saying, "Oh, well, I've got receipts," and he needs to bring it full throttle and say, "Well, look here." And I understand he doesn't want that extra headache, because he probably
I know one thing.
doing
He
to his
definitely,
woman, as he said.
if she's still contacting and reaching out to Cryer, Cryer needs to block her. He needs to block her. Like there's no conversations that him and this Big Teeth, they don't have nothing, nothing to talk about. You
Nothing at
know,
all. They don't
so
share any children together. She was a
yeah.
lying, deceitful piece of trash. You know, it's not worth it. I definitely agree. He definitely should block her, never talk to her again in life, period.
She should have been blocked.
Big
I
blocked.
thought he had changed his. I thought he had changed his number, but somehow
Yeah,
she
and
got
then
in
she told
contact with
him.
him.
Yeah, and then she definitely had the phone number because then she said, "Well, call me on Instagram or whatever, or was it Facebook? One of those, so I
Oh,
can make
okay,
sure you're
yeah,
not
you're right.
recorded."
You
So
right.
it was definitely on a regular phone. So that might have pissed Erica off.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think that would piss any woman off that you don't went from one baby daddy to the next baby daddy. It's just the whole situation is just
And enemies, y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's one of the worst feelings in the world on
I don't think I would be able to be on anybody's platform. That's why I give Erica so much prop and so much respect because it takes a
the
lot
phones
for a woman
the
to get up.
internet or the service is breaking up. Can you guys hear her okay?
It's kind of choppy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Can you guys hear her okay? Look, my chat's not moving. It might be me, guys. Hold on, I might need to reset this router. Can you guys hear okay?
Yup.
I can hear. I can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
It takes a lot for a woman to have been through everything that we've witnessed and be able to still try to put a smile on your face and still try to do, things with your kids. Put your life out there for the internet. You got all these different T channels coming at her sideways, back and forth. It's just ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, it's too much.
I feel like she should just be sitting back eating it up, to be honest, because she's relevant, you know? And
Yeah.
obviously they ain't relevant, which is why they have something so much to say all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't relevant. They
Exactly.
trying to be relevant, but they probably ain't gonna ever be relevant. You know what I'm saying?
That's all the content they got.
Right.
They ain't doing mukbangs. They ain't doing nothing else but they sit around and they eat up whatever Cryer says, whatever she say. Then they come out with another. Then they got another live going on. It's just like get a life, grow up, figure out what's
But by
going on in
Mr.
your own world.
Mm-hmm.
They out here calling her a hoe, but she know who her three baby daddies are. Where's homegirl
Exactly.
baby daddy?
Exactly.
Man.
Why these T channels ain't
Exactly.
eating her up about the fact that you went from this girl one first baby daddy to the second damn baby daddy? Come on now. Why they ain't eating her ass up? Cause that's who needs to be eaten up.
Yeah, it trips me
Exactly.
out how they give her a pass. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it's like they give her a pass, and maybe Erica feel like Crier giving her a pass too right now
Yeah, cause he
They
needs
by
to
do,
not
come
and
out
releasing
with
the
that's
some
just
recording.
like,
facts. He need to come
Yeah.
out with
well,
some
that was
facts
just like,
and receipts.
Yeah, like I watched the old video of mine when part three was supposed to come out like months ago, and they were basically Moji and Psycho were talking about how they weren't going to release it because it was going to destroy her and how upset she was and didn't want that video out, and she was so hurt, and then she and Crier broke up. They didn't go in, he didn't even go in on her, even after having to take the ABC test. Then
Hmm.
you've got the situation where now when Crier and Erica had their fallout, last month or whatever, then they reached out to Crier immediately because they felt he talked enough trash about.
And boy, did he talk a whole lot of trash.
That's what they're gonna do this time. They're gonna call him again this time. See, Eric and Mr.
You
Clay
know, he
ain't
already
doing that, but
reached
giving
out.
them what they want.
Right. That's what I said.
They giving them what they want,
Yeah, yeah.
They was
and
doing
this coming
so
from a
good.
supporter. This coming from a supporter. They giving them what they want. They want to see them down. They want to see them break up, and that's what they giving them.
I agree.
I do as well.
You know
I
the
hope
cold
they
part
can get
about
it
it is,
together.
like I'm kind of forced to believe because somebody had mentioned that I think it was you, Angel. You said that Moji and them had part three and they didn't release it, and Crier got stuff that he ain't releasing. Like her auntie birthday party kind of gave me Boulay vibes. I ain't gonna even lie. Like maybe they all scared, you know, but I wouldn't be scared.
Not after all of the trash they out here talking and destroying her. Nobody cares about Erica's kids, but they cared enough to keep whatever secret is being held. They cared enough about homegirl Big Teeth kids. So why you not caring about these other kids?
Right.
Exactly.
It's just so much. Oh my God.
Well, I hope they pull together and make it work. I think Crier should
I
just
hope
pop
they
up
make
at
it.
her house with a ring, and propose to her because then in that case he could either get a yes, he could get a no, and he'll know how to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they
Either
can
they
work it
can
out
just
too.
be friends, co-parent, or make it last. I think
I
they
hope they
have
can work it
something
out.
that's worth fighting for.
Yeah, for
Hmm.
sure. They done been through the war and back,
So,
and a
okay.
lot of times that's what makes for a good foundation. Sometimes, for a
Yeah,
good
you gotta
marriage.
go through your ups and downs. You right about that healing piece.
Hmm.
Well, y'all, I'm about to be babysitting my nieces and my nephew. Um, I thank you guys for having me on a panel. I thank you, Angel, for having me on a panel. Um, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you as
All
well.
righty.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Good night.
All
All right.
righty.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, guys, can you guys hear me now? I
Yes.
do
Yes.
apologize, but I'm going to restart this router. I'll be right back. Please continue talking.
Exactly. Gaming girl now. Exactly. Everybody want to protect Latoya, but ain't nobody looking at Erica pain, Erica hurts. And it just pisses me off by me being her supporter. It pisses me off that people want to continue on bashing her, bashing her, bashing her, and not doing the same thing to Ho Toya. And
Mm-hmm.
Ho Toya has a lot of body count, and nobody talking about that. Whole Toya don't know who her baby father is. Ain't nobody talking about that.
No, and they say whatever they want about Erica. Oh, she's evil. Oh, she's a liar.
Exactly.
Oh, she's crazy. Oh, she's mentally ill. Blah 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 blah. And she hasn't shown any of those things at no time.
Any of
Anyone
it.
that looks at
Her
someone
life
who
has
comes on the
been an
panel
open
and
book for
says,
her.
"Oh, why does she act like that?" Don't get so emotional. Let me tell you something. When you are on this panel, or you have your own panel and people come at you, it will make you lose your temper because it's so many people that don't care about the truth. And you get to see firsthand that a lot of times people will just say something just to be talking to get a reaction out of you, and then have other people dumb enough to believe them. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that Erica has just been victimized from all that for all this time. And I think that she wants to know, why has she had to have a witch hunt and Flatback hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an honest
Okay,
question
Mama
because I
Five.
want to know the answer to that one too. How can so many people be against this one person
Mm-hmm.
who ain't did nothing but had a baby by a stupid person who told her lies and all of that? But here it is, you have this woman who is going from body count to body count and acting like
Exactly.
she's a godly woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing godly about a woman that does something like that.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
She is a
You can't.
perpetrator and a devil.
She really is. The woman can't even cook, for God's sakes. Let's
Oh
be
my
clear.
God.
Can't even cook.
Everything she cooked is watered down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God,
Like
ass out
AJ, shout
too.
out to AJ the Grits, because let me tell you, baby, she broke her down. She was like, "You lied about who your child's father was. You lied and said you could cook oxtails.
And
You
them
lied
oxtails
about your
she made
nursing
was
degree.
good
You
too.
all you do is lie, and that's true. Everything she
Exactly.
said was a real lie.
Everything she said was a lie. But yet people still continue on want to bash Erica.
Mm-hmm. Rain says, Crier says he can destroy relationships, but he don't drop the receipts. But let Erica say something he don't like. The Marlboros get the flying.
That is kind of
Oh my
true,
gosh.
y'all. That is kind of
Yes.
That
true.
is
It's
true.
sad, but it
Now,
is
I
true.
love Mr. Piper, but that is true. He'll
Yeah.
come for her quick, but he won't come for
Real quick.
nobody else like that.
I'm
I
telling you,
agree with that.
when I was listening to him with his reaction video, I was like, Lord, please don't do it, Mr. Crier. Please don't say nothing wrong. Please don't come for Erica. Please. Lord have mercy, because
Well,
that
baby.
would have been another war.
NBA young man, I swear, boy, daggone it. And they've got something to work with, and they've got that beautiful boy, growing up. You want to see them have a happy ending story, but it's like he has got to do something different. He cannot continue to do the same thing and think he's going to get the same result. He just probably doesn't know how to change. He's probably been like this his whole life.
He has
Hmm.
to not want to be her boss, and he has to want to be her partner because she
Hmm.
is grown enough that she has sat around and she's cried and she's held in so much, and there's only so much that one person can take, and you need to allow her to vent
Hmm.
because he should have been sitting right next to her while she was venting
Yeah.
on that live. Like, I don't feel she said anything wrong on that live. She didn't come for him, she came for them, the same way that they keep
Hmm.
coming for her.
Yeah,
So I mean,
and
that
Exactly.
to
should have
be
been
honest with you,
understood.
she
That should
didn't
have been
even go
understood.
full throttle. We've seen
Of
Erica
course
go
Uh-uh.
not.
full throttle. She didn't even go full throttle. She just let them know she wasn't playing when it came to her
Exactly.
children. But she didn't lose her shit. She could have went
No, she
all
didn't.
out the window. Let's be clear.
But she.
And I
Hmm.
feel she would have been justified if she did. So I'm glad that she was able to have, somewhat composure and not let them get her to that limit. But come on now. Right is wrong is wrong.
Hmm. To me, she kept it too cordial. To me, she kept it too cordial. She kept it too nice in that video.
She
To me,
did.
she did.
She did. She did.
Well,
It
Hmm.
was like
y'all,
she
do
was
y'all think
saying
he
something, but
might
she
have got
wasn't
mad because
saying
she was
something.
talking about his penis size and little stuff like that? Do you think that kind of triggered him a little bit?
He probably was. He
Hmm.
probably was.
It should have triggered him in a happy way to know that he ain't had nothing to work with.
Woo! Nothing,
He ain't had nothing to work with.
girl.
Claudia
Wow.
know he ain't got nothing to worry about when she got on that live and wanted to voice her opinion and come for those that was coming for her. And like y'all both said, that she didn't even go full throttle, which is the truth, because she could have damn near traumatized them
Oh
and
yeah, she
everybody
could have
else
Hmm.
went
on the
all the way
internet.
in.
Okay, she has
Hmm.
done a great job of changing and revamping herself.
Yes, hey, Carmen
Yeah.
Cedar, welcome to the building, baby.
Yeah, she kept it
Yeah,
cordial
Ray,
though.
he might have gotten mad about that because men are funny about stuff like that. They really are. He may have really felt some kind of way because she called him a little wee wee man and let it be known, about the dildo and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, he should let some stuff be known because I'm quite sure he does know some things that could break flat back to the ground. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
I think he got a whole lot of stuff on her. Remember that
Hmm.
little trip he took? Remember that little trip he took, y'all? And met up with
Hmm.
whoever he met up with? And we still
Hmm.
don't know what that one was about. So yeah, he's holding on to a lot of things, but you saying that you for this woman and you love this woman. Well, damn, it's time for you to stand up and show how much you love her. You
Well, I
can't keep
think he's
letting
gonna have
these
to do
people
it now.
drag her in the ground.
Welcome to the building, Michelle.
Hmm. I feel like Mr. Cryer loved Erica, and I feel like that Erica loved Mr. Cryer.
Hmm.
I just feel like Erica want um more attention from Mr. Cryer, and he wasn't giving her that attention. He wasn't making her feel like that he really wanted to be with her. He was making her feel like that he was going to get her.
I just wish he would stand up for her. I wish he would go ape shit on them. Excuse my French, and so that they can get it. Okay, let's you know what? Let's put this to rest. Let's put it to bed because it's getting dangerous. But I don't think that nobody's gonna leave Erica alone until Cryer actually really steps up to the plate. You can't say that you're a man and you love this woman and you for her, but then you still allowing people to tear her down and you sitting right next to her while you watching her be tore down. It's time to come out with the guns blazing, period.
I agree. Welcome to the panel, Michelle.
Hello. Sorry, I
Hey,
clicked
my
out on
love.
accident. Well, I
Hello.
I was just thinking like he was stressing so much before when I took like a power couple, and all I could think of is like, okay, your son and his wife. Do you think for 1 second Damien would let Bianca get dragged and not come defend her publicly immediately? If
Hell
Jay
no, he gonna
Jay
come quick, faster
right
than her and defend his wife.
power couples Jay Z Beyonce. Do you think Jay Z is gonna let Beyonce get dragged and not stand up for her? Like you
True.
can't
No.
expect you can't expect power couple like
Unless you're
energy
making them power moves.
right, and he's not treating. Do you think that Damien would leave Bianca in the house while he goes to the casino for days with babies alone? No. There's certain things
No.
where you can't expect Erica to give you power couple energy when you're not treating her the same. Like she's gonna give you back the same energy that you feel. Like he's not seeing it that way. Like, yeah, she had a baby and it's not by you, but you're choosing to be with her. So if she's in the house miserable with 2 month old dealing with all that, you gonna be in the house with her right now until it works out. You
Mm.
chose to be with her and she has a baby. Like, and I feel like I personally feel like he's putting a lot of energy into defending her publicly, but you're telling the internet you're mad at her, or you're telling us that you're going to make videos with her next week, but I don't think you're communicating that to her. So it kind of feels like you're just telling us
Yeah.
what we want to hear so we don't get on him again. like before. So it's kind of like he's trying to pacify us, telling us that, oh, things are okay, but you're not telling her or communicating with her to make her think things are okay. And it's kind of
And
Mhm.
just
that's
to
why I
keep
said
us
what I
not
said.
mad.
Hmm.
And that's the thing, behind closed doors, we're not sure the conversations, but he did state like she could have called him if she wanted to break up with him. But she probably feels like you should have done more legwork instead of making a community posting saying that y'all were good, and to get ready for more videos.
Well, he
Hmm.
has Dion, and he didn't have Dion the other day when he was at the casino. So he obviously just saw her, and they're not back together hanging out. So obviously things weren't good. So she must have felt some kind of way. If they were good, they would have been together today. They would have been hanging out. He wouldn't have
Yeah,
just took Dion by himself. So obviously that shows you that he's not communicating, trying to work things out with her while she's there. But yet he assumed things were good. So she's just supposed to be in the back. This has probably been like the worst. On top of everything else, you've got this man accusing you of hurting your child, which is probably got to be the most hurtful thing ever as a woman. Like
I agree.
I've been accused of my
Hmm.
ex-husband of some pretty bad stuff, but I had never ever had him say I would hurt my own child. Like that's got to be devastating. Aside from
Yeah,
that, horrible for her reputation. And since that's happened, her and Damien have not spent time together to be together. To just sit there in the same house and not feel alone, not feel sad. So he doesn't have to
Hmm.
defend her publicly, but be there for her. Just sit there and watch a movie with her. You don't have to talk to her, even if you're mad at her. Just
Hmm.
how can we think they're
not
ready to
go
be
out and
married?
gamble.
Right. How can we think they're ready or she would want to be ready or married when you're mad at her and you can't even sit in the house with her mad, like just so she doesn't feel alone or sad.
True.
Like he, it's not showing that he's ready to be there for
Well,
her.
and that's one of the things I think is because he's been contemplating proposing, it's sort of like he's sowing his royal oats and he doesn't have time to. You know what I mean? It's like, nope, it's not going to work that way. This
Oh
right
well,
here
yeah,
just
you're
isn't the
50, you're
circumstance.
52, and your ex-wife's new boyfriend husband has been dragging her on the internet again the last couple of days. So I think sowing the oats and stuff is kind of past that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
way
And
past
I'm
that.
sure he feels torn right now in between like going to be with Erica whenever I'm sure his son Darian's feeling some type of way. It's just a mess overall. But if my when I was married, like if, even if when I was mad at my husband, if my husband don't like you and if you got a problem, I don't like him either. Kind of like my best friend. My best friend don't like you, then I guess I don't like you either.
Yeah.
There has to be a
Exactly.
there has to be a loyalty at
So
that time.
what do you think about counseling? Don't you think that they should go to counseling?
Yeah, I mean, I think that yes, they need to go to counseling before they even think about getting married. Just
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
I personally feel like we need to hold Mr. Cryer accountable and point out to him, like, look, you really do, you have good intentions and you do good things, but you're not giving her everything that she deserves.
Yeah.
And there's
Exactly.
nothing,
It's
women,
not
we,
smile for the camera. We're way past that. It's not
right.
smile for the camera.
Don't just tell everybody,
Hmm.
like, yeah, I'm there for you. I need you to show me you're there for me. I need you to get, like, we need women, all we really care about is like consistency and loyalty. Like, we don't care about
Hmm.
money. We don't care
No,
about all
Hmm.
other stuff. But if I
so
know,
true.
like, you're riding with me no matter what, whether he thinks she's right or wrong, he should never condone her publicly saying she's not perfect. No, she's perfect. And especially right now with what she's going through. No, Erica's perfect. That's what he said needs to say to everybody. Whether he thinks she's perfect or not, don't tell anybody else that she's not perfect right now because she's got enough backlash coming her way.
I
Like,
agree.
and
I
that's where I
definitely
think
agree.
Hmm.
she feels like I I if Erica had a audio of somebody that was publicly bashing Mr. Cryer, that audio would have been out a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
Erica's gonna ride for him. He needs to do the same. Whenever Mr. Mucker called her community P, Crier should have dropped that video then 2 hours, 20 minutes later saying no. The
I
real
agree.
community
That
P
was
is
the
gone.
Exactly.
exactly.
And nerve of
Exactly.
her to call her community P when he's sleeping with community P.
Right. Like, no, no. Like,
Exactly.
your bitch is
Just
community
because he
P.
had to take the ABC test alone, he should have flamed her like never
He should
before.
have flamed her.
Straight
I
Shiska
think,
Bobby.
unfortunately, because Mr. Crier's son does not care for Erica, Mr. Crier is withholding the drama to keep the peace between him and his son.
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Cryer, but
Okay.
that's not Mr. Cryer's fault though. That his son don't have real good connection with Erica. That's JM fault, for my opinion.
Well, I think it all goes
Well,
back even like
sometimes
to
I can
Vaughn and
honestly
them.
say it's going to be difficult, but
It's going to be
But
difficult, but
let's
it
not
goes back
forget,
to
neither Erica nor Pryor nor Darian nor Jay, they didn't bring it to the table. Moji did. You know, one of her prime examples of an enemy. I do want to take the time to welcome Life with Nina. Welcome to the panel, sweetie.
Hey, Miss Joya, how are you?
Hello.
Hey,
Hey, how are
baby.
y'all?
Fine.
Hey,
Wonderful.
I just want to say something. Can I say something, please?
Certainly.
Yes, Miss Joya, I just want to go back to what you were saying about, how people would say something just to get you mad. And I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like Erica been through so much. And
Mm-hmm.
I always hear people say, she need time to heal, she need to get herself together. But we as women, we all been through stuff in our life, and just because she went through something in her life don't mean she's broken, she's not healing. But when she voiced her opinion, she have every right, because the whole time she was pregnant, I seen her, hold her peace. She stayed humble, and I do see the change in her. But it's only so much that
She
a person can
did.
take. We
She
all have
did.
a
She did.
breaking point. We all have a breaking
Exactly.
point. And then
Exactly.
yes, and when she say how she feel, everybody want to say, oh, she should have never did said this, she should have never did said that. But why, when they saying what they want to say, she can't defend
Exactly.
herself? She supposed to be
Exactly.
quiet? I don't think
Nope.
so. I don't think
She's
so
supposed
at
to
all.
defend herself.
I
Right.
agree with
And I just feel like
I totally agree with
everything
you.
that's been going on with her, it's just overwhelming. And I understand. I'm Team Crier and Erica, and I see the
Exactly.
point of view from Mr. Crier and Erica. And Erica is an amazing person, and she's very strong with a lot of wisdom. And I just feel like she have a story to tell, and she need to tell her story either way it go. And I just feel like every time, they will say, oh, she supposed to be saved, this and this. I'm saved, but at the end of the day, just because I'm saved don't mean you're gonna walk over me.
Hmm.
Amen. Amen. Being saved and being a Christian person doesn't mean you're a walkover. Not at all.
Right.
You can turn the
Right.
other
Hmm.
cheek in different ways, but sometimes you need to turn that cheek right in front of their
Yes.
face. That is
Yes.
why when you go to church, they stay in the New Testament, not the old one. Because,
Amen.
baby, God was not playing with us in that Old Testament. Okay?
Right.
Let's be
Right.
clear.
Hmm.
And I'm praying for both of them. I'm praying that they can make it work. And I do
Hmm.
believe Mr. Cryer love Erica, and Erica love Mr. Cryer. And I just
Yep.
believe, so many people want to be in her place. So many people, jugging at her and this and that. We all done said some stuff. We all did some stuff that we not pleased with. We all human. Move on.
Hmm. Hmm.
I agree. Guys,
Exactly.
I need to check on my child. So please continue to talk. I'll be right back. Give me a few minutes, please. But please
Okay.
continue the conversation.
And I
I
just
hope
think
that
that she
Mr.
just,
Fryer wakes up and realizes that Erica is a good woman, and rather than just coming on the internet and telling everybody that she's a good woman, show everybody that she's a good woman.
yes.
Hmm.
You know, she
Exactly.
needs that right now in her life because she done been bashed by so many different people and people that she brought onto a platform.
Hmm.
Hmm. People
How
she
you go
trusts.
from liking her 1 minute to now because she don't want to deal with you because she's seen the type of people that y'all are, so she want to disassociate herself, and now y'all bashing her.
Right.
Who needs
Mm,
enemies when you got friends like that?
Mhm.
exactly.
She don't at this point. I don't think she knows who to trust.
Is that she don't. She don't know who to
Mhm.
trust. She don't.
And
Mhm.
It's hard to
anytime,
trust
any
anybody.
yeah, anything that you say slightly wrong towards her, and you're in her circle, she's going to look at you in a different light and think of you as one of them people that she done already had a situation with, and that's sad. And Mr. Cryer should know that already.
Right. And I
Mhm.
just feel like so many people have so much to say about Erica, but they really truly don't understand what she go through. Only how a person will understand if you walk in her shoes. You will never understand her. That's why a lot of people don't get her, and she not meant to get. Only for the ones
Right.
that does.
I get her. I get her.
Right. Right.
And I'm a supporter.
Me too.
I'm a supporter of her and Mr. Cryer.
Mhm.
But
I
but
think it
that
was a better way that she could have handled the situation and she could have called him. But then on the other side of it, I think it was a better way that Mr. Cryer could have handled leaving her out of
Mhm.
his life, you know?
Right.
You don't, if
mhm.
you feel like she's not innocent, that's something that you say to her, and I'm pretty sure that they've had that conversation already. So there was no need for him to get on that platform where he was supposed to be bashing the ones that was bashing her and turn around and still bash her, but then say something good about her. You know, you can't have it both ways.
Mhm. But I still say what I said earlier. This is
Hmm.
what people want to see. People want to see Mr. Cryer and Erica down. They want to see them go against each other. And this is
Mhm.
what they give them. Don't give these people what they want.
Nice.
They Mr. Cryer and Erica are better than that. They don't need to give these people what these people want.
I just
That's right.
believe both of them overwhelmed with everything that's going on, and both of them just need to sit and talk about it. I don't think it's over between
Exactly.
them. I don't think it's
Exactly.
over.
Sit and talk it out like adults off of YouTube. She can go
Right.
to his house, he can come to her house. It don't matter. Sit and talk to each other off of YouTube. Don't give these people what they fucking want. Because this what these people want. And this coming from a supporter. I think they need to sit down and work it out off of YouTube. Period.
Yep, they don't need to, if they choose to be back together, they need to take time off of YouTube, like you said, and work on
Exactly.
themselves together and work on themselves apart.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
YouTube is bringing them down in a relationship because you got more people rooting against them than for them, and it's sad.
Exactly.
The world we
Exactly.
living in today with the people with people's way of thinking what's right from what's wrong is ridiculous. It's like what's wrong is right and what's right is wrong. I
Right.
just don't get it. I don't get it. How can you root for people to not want to be successful and a black couple, make it? They would rather see them fall.
Hmm.
Right.
Yep. They ready to see them fall from each other. And they probably clapping, just stand back clapping. Just
Like,
just stand back,
haha,
just
we did
clapping.
it. Look at them now.
Oh
Look at
baby, we
them
did it,
now. Yeah.
baby. Baby, we did it. Oh baby, we winning. We winning, baby. Come on now.
All them baby this, baby that, like they got the perfect
Exactly.
relationship. Y'all relationship was built on lies. So ain't nothing perfect about it. That ain't nothing perfect about their relationship. So they can dismiss me with all of that. Because I don't believe anything that comes out of their mouths.
Exactly.
Bucker should be ashamed of his old funky self because how dare you?
Right.
I bet you do that.
You messing with a full time hoe, and you gonna call somebody that know who her baby daddy is, which is you, a hoe?
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't think
And
so,
he messed
Georgia.
with
I
it.
hope he don't. I mean, Angela, my bad. I'm back, y'all. Thank y'all for taking over the show for me. We all know what's going to happen now. Latoya will reach out to Cryer again, and once again, he will entertain her. I hope not. I
I
I
hope
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 not.
not either. Oh
Lord Jesus, I
God.
hope he don't do that. Cause if he do that, let me tell you now. If he do that, he gonna lose a subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And
I
I'm just
don't.
being honest.
Yeah,
We
I
I'm
gonna
just being
really
lose
don't
honest. I'm
think that's
everybody
gonna
for
unsubscribed.
happen.
good.
I'm
And they
unsubscribed.
wanted to
Period.
see them go back and forth with one another. That's what they wanted.
That's what
They
they
want to
want.
see this. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they definitely.
I don't think that Big Teeth ever stopped trying to communicate with Cryer at all. I don't think she ever stopped. Even being with Mucka, I think she has still secretly been messaging him and trying to find ways and reasons to reach out to him. And he
Hmm.
needs
And
to
put it
wake
in,
up.
put doubt in Cryer's head and act like she
Mm-hmm.
knows extra information. That's what these people do. I've seen it done myself.
Hmm.
Seen it done myself.
Yep.
He need to fight for the woman he love. If he really love Erica and
Oh
care about
yes.
Erica like he say he do, he need to be a fucking man and fight for the love of his life.
Amen.
Point blank. Period.
That's right.
And this is coming from your supporter. I love y'all. I love both of y'all. But Mr. Clark, if you really love her, go show her.
Yeah. Like
Don't
it's
give a
not
And it's
about
fuck.
gonna
us.
work in a
Like,
diamond
don't get me
district
Go
wrong.
tomorrow
show her.
morning.
Yeah, like don't
Go
get me
fight
wrong.
for
We're
her.
a part of the
Go fight.
community and we follow the Crier family and them close. That's the truth. But
Hmm.
it's not about us. It's really about
Exactly.
his family, his real family. The woman that God
Exactly.
put before him to show him that she truly loves him. I mean, come on now. They've been
Hmm.
up, they've been down, they've been
Hmm.
round,
Right.
they've been round.
Right.
But I do have it in my heart that
Hmm.
that they'll work it out, but it's gonna take him. He has to change. He has got to
He
realize
has
what
to
she's
change.
saying. And a lot of times,
Yep.
Hmm.
a woman will tell a man exactly what it is. She'll say, "Look, it's this, that, and the other," and the man will be like, "Blah blah blah," because the woman, of course, will make up with him and keep going. And that's where that term comes from. That when a woman's fed up, because we've already told you, we've already forgiven you, we've already stood by you, and now
Hmm.
I'm not doing it anymore. Now I see you. You're
Hmm.
not gonna understand. You're not gonna get it, and another man will. Bye,
Hmm.
without the headache. Without the headache. And it's
Right.
sad. It's really sad. But the good news is that they still are both great parents, and I feel like they'll be able to
Hmm.
co-parent if they want to.
Yes.
I
So,
Exactly.
think that if Cryer does step up to the plate, that Erica as well, she needs to be willing to accept him stepping up. Leave the
Right.
shenanigans in the past and move forward from that day forward on.
yes, and
Yes.
agree, Tracy. Tracy says and cut all his exes off. Yes, he shouldn't be able to talk
Hmm.
Please.
to his T. He shouldn't be
All
none
love.
of them. I ain't ready to sit up here and go down the line, but we all know the women
Hmm.
who have come on the,
Yeah.
his channel. He should leave them all
Hmm.
alone.
Leave
Yes.
all them
They
extra
should not
long.
feel comfortable to talk
So
to
Miss
him. There's no
Joy.
such thing as a friend to my enemy. My enemy, is able to be friends with someone that considers themselves to be friends with me. And I've tried to play that game, that whole idea. Well, okay, well, they have an issue with that person, but
Hmm.
hasn't done anything to them, but they still respect me. And time again, it's been proven that that's not the way it works. When people tell you, "Oh, okay, well, I don't have a problem with them," but you know that they've done you wrong, that's a slap in your face. And the best way to do it is to disengage with all of them, cut them off. Cut them off. I'm sorry.
Right.
If that witch really does think that it's okay for her to call him and talk about Erica, knowing the way she feels about Erica, knowing all that she's tried to do to destroy their platforms, use their platforms for greed. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. She
Mhm.
should have cut him off. And I that's why I don't think he's had that many conversations with her. I think it mainly started when he went off on Erica and they fell out, that she felt comfortable enough to reach out. But I don't know. I really don't know.
Mhm.
Miss Joy, I thank you
We.
for allowing me to come up here, and I thank you again. I'm gonna go back down.
Okay, baby. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, I think too, like, I was thinking, like, whether Latoya, whether Latoya bought that ring for herself that supposedly Mr. Cryer gave her as a promise ring, or Mr. Cryer bought that for her. Eric has been with him for years, gave him a baby. He hasn't done anything like that, whether it was for the internet or not. It just seems like he was trying to make everyone feel like Latoya is like wife material, but yet Eric is not getting that. It seems like Eric is getting drugged when Latoya's got a lot of stuff to get drugged for, and he's not doing that. So it's like he has no problem letting Erica get represented lower than, but yet Latoya just gets the best representation, it seems like, from that side on the internet.
And
And
it's
I'm
done
sure that has
nothing
to hurt
at
Erica's
all to
feelings.
deserve it.
Like, Erica gave you the baby.
Mhm.
She still hasn't got a promise ring. Like, no, I don't think they need to get married yet because I feel like there's a lot of things that need to be fixed first. But damn, didn't she deserve like a promise ring or something? Latoya got one after a month or
Yeah,
so. Like,
definitely. And I think in his head, I do think he was thinking of a big grandioso type of way of doing it. I really, really feel that in my heart.
maybe, but
She's the kind of woman that she doesn't even need a grand entourage. She just
Yeah,
wants the simple things, and he should know that about her. It's time for choir. If you listening, I support you all day, but you need to step up to the plate and be the man that you claim that you are for that
Mhm.
woman.
Exactly.
exactly. And show that woman that you are her partner.
Mhm.
She deserves it.
because it's got
She
to make
do.
Erica feel terrible sitting there. Like, I would feel terrible if my kid's dad got with somebody else, gave him a ring, but yet he's never made that step with me. His kids don't like me. He's okay with it. Like, of course she's gonna feel some kind of way. Like, there's no loyalty feeling for her.
I agree.
Like he
And
had
I
more
do think
respect
that when
for,
he
he
was
had more respect
recording,
for Latoya.
well, I think when he was recording with Latoya, I truly believe in my heart that it was just entertainment, and trying to make Erica mad, And I think a lot of
Yeah.
whole she's the perfect woman was kind of just for entertainment. That was the entertainment factor in this. I don't think he was ever
Mhm.
serious about her or anything of the sort. I think that he did notice that people did respond well to them when they started as a couple, so he went
Mhm.
with it. You know what I
Well, there's
mean?
but that's a
Mhm.
lot of
Erica,
energy
I
of
think it's very real.
always
And
make
I think that that's why he's had some cold feet, because of course he
Mhm.
has his other son's mother that absolutely despises Erica, and probably been very, very, very vocal about her distaste for her. And I think that keeps him in the middle. They use the son as a pawn. That's how I see it, and I don't know. I just feel at this point, he can get Erica back, but he's definitely, definitely, definitely gonna have to stop the BS. He cannot communicate with any of those women, or men. Or men, let's be clear. It can't be where, Psycho feels comfortable to say, there's no problem with me and Cryer. Oh, yeah, it's a hella problem with you and Cryer. Hella
Mhm.
problem.
And she the type to probably come out and say something like that too.
and if he can't do that, he just needs to leave her alone. Because, if he can't give her that, then he should just gracefully back out and let her find somebody that can.
You talking about
And I
Mr.
don't
Cryer
think he's
or
gonna
both
do
of
Mr.
them?
that.
Cryer, like, I feel like if Mr. Cryer can't do those things that he needs to do publicly, like for her, and make her feel more loved and secure, if he can't do those things because it's just too much of a conflict with his family or with his kids, then he just needs to let her go.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Or
Mm-hmm.
he needs to grow up and man up because at the end of the day, everybody deserves to be with someone that they love. So if his family cannot accept that, then that will be on them at this point.
right? But he's got to
Well,
make
he
that choice.
said his family didn't have no problem with Erica. He said his kids didn't have no problem with Erica.
They
So,
if they don't have a problem with her, but they're not going to be around her or entertain her, or so if he goes somewhere with them, she can't come. That doesn't work. That's always going to be a problem.
Yes, it
yes.
will.
It was going to make any woman feel some kind of way when you go out with your son and their wife, or if you do things with them, but you always have to be at home because you're not allowed. That's like you're choosing, and it's hard. That's a hard situation for Miss Cry. How do you don't want to put a woman before your kids, but you don't want to
No,
not put that man. You're it's a sticky. He can't win either way. So if it's never going to be a common ground, just leave her alone and let her go find somebody that can be there for her 100%. Because it's just not fair to either of you at that point.
no, it's not.
And you
And
guys are
then, but
just,
then he has to deal with the fact that there'll be another man around his son.
well, that is
I
the
think with all
consequence
they
for what
went
he
through,
does.
I don't think he wants to do that. I think he's realized that he would prefer to be in the place. And like one of the comments said earlier, he's bonded with baby Drake, you know?
Well, he's got to pick a
That
side.
baby know him as daddy though. That baby
Yeah.
know him as daddy.
Mm-hmm.
But at
Mm-hmm.
this
That
point,
baby know
though,
Mr. Quiet as daddy. Did you
I
see
guess
the
he's
way
got
he
to,
was looking at Mr. Quiet? That touched my heart. I was like,
yes,
look
He
but
at
wouldn't,
him.
he wouldn't take his eyes off of him.
Yeah.
He would.
I promise you, his kids would pick their wife over their dad.
Mm.
They're
Because
going to
Oh,
if
pick.
he ever had an issue with Mr. Cryer, I guarantee you, Mr. Cryer wouldn't be able to come in that household or anything. Because Damien, he's gonna stand up for his woman.
He's going to stand up behind
Oh
his wife
yeah.
and his kids to be in the home with them.
Oh yes.
I know
So
Now,
he would.
now I can give you that part on that now. His son gonna always stick by his wife. I can give you that. He ain't
and
gonna
that's
let
why
nobody
his
stand beyond.
and
He ain't
that's
gonna
why
let
his
nobody
wife
stand
And
beyond
she
him.
would do him that way because we saw
She sure
when they
would.
had their own little dramas with Carmen and stuff like that. You see
Mm-hmm.
how she stood by him. She supported him.
Yep.
just
And behind closed doors, we don't know what they said. For all we know, she could have choked Damien out. But we didn't see it. They
Mm-hmm.
continued to build their brand.
that's what makes a power
Mm-hmm.
couple.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Mr. Cryer's not going to get power couple results if he's not doing power couple things. He's not being there supportive by her like that.
Do y'all really think that within Erica's within her commentary today, I didn't really feel like she was really breaking up with him on the internet. I feel more like she was trying to let him know A, B, C, and D.
You're
I
right
got the
because she
feeling
never said
she
nothing
been
about breakup. She never said that she was breaking up with him.
At
From my
all. Though,
understanding, she
yep.
no,
just
but
said she
she
was
did say
done.
she was moving on, and
Yeah,
she did
How do
say,
you
you
break
But
know,
up with
she could have
somebody
been saying that she was moving on from the drama.
exactly.
She
how do
never
you
said she was moving on from Cryer.
if you and your man haven't really talked in a week or 2 weeks and been in the same house, you're not really breaking up with them online. That's kind of been, somewhat established. If you're two grown adults and you guys aren't communicating like that, or he's seen her because he's had the baby. You can't
I
Because
say
want
that
them to
and
work
not
it
in
out.
not
because
I
in
want
her
them to
communicate.
work it
thing,
out.
she was touching on different subjects and not really too much on really on the Cryer situation. I think she was just bottled up with all different types of mixed emotions. So when she was saying that, she's just gonna move on, that's what I took from out of her saying she's gonna move on.
She's
I'm
moving on
sure.
what
from
I
the
felt
drama.
was
The
that
fucking
Yeah.
she was
drama.
really hurt
I'm ready.
and told him point blank, I think you should get back with your other ex. Like, she hit him with that, okay?
That made me laugh so hard.
She know you know now we all know she full of shit saying that to cry.
Yeah, she wrong. Erica, you so wrong for
You
that.
know
Like people
she
always
ain't
talking
want
about,
nothing but a
I guess I
reaction
don't go
on
hard enough on her. Yeah, I need to go off on you for that one, Erica. That was just heartbreaking because you can tell that got to him. He was like, and she even said I should be with one of my other exes.
But you know what? He gotta ask himself, why would she say that? Because you still entertaining your exes. When do you cut them off? An ex is an ex for a reason.
That's true.
Exactly. Amen, sister. I give
You
you
gotta
that
cut
one.
the cord. We ain't friends no more.
Hello, everybody.
Well, I'm sure
Hello.
whenever
Hey,
he picked up
Mama
his
Five,
son,
welcome to the building.
Hello.
Hi,
um,
Angel. Hi, everybody on the panel.
hey,
I
Hello.
how
want to
you
say
doing?
Hey.
something.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. I'm going to drop down because I got to take my daughter to the store, but I'm still going to be listening, and I'll be back.
Okay, baby.
All right,
Thank you
bye.
for coming up, Michelle.
All right, bye.
Welcome, Mama Five. What would you like to say, my love?
Okay, as a married woman of 22 years, I feel like they both love each other, but there is a miscommunication. So I feel like what people don't understand, marriage is work. So in order for Crier to propose, I feel like if they don't get counseling, the marriage wouldn't work. There has to be an understanding between the two because even with me and my husband, when we have disagreements, we both take a step back. Like, wait a minute, let's evaluate this situation because it can turn into an argument, and we don't want that. We have children. We don't want our children to see us argue. So we learned over the years on how to communicate with each other and keep the people in the outside on the outside.
Now,
Mm.
did you
So,
guys go to marriage counseling before getting
yes,
married, or I think marriage
yes.
counseling is one of the best things a couple can do before they take those vows.
And here's why we made this
Mhm.
decision. We made the decision to get counseling because I was hurt before I met my husband. And
Mhm.
even in our process of dating one another, he noticed that I was hurt.
Mhm.
So, but he didn't know how to deal with the hurt without me lashing out. So, let's say, we're in the car and he says something that triggers me. And I lash out like, why would you say that? Da, 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 da. And then he's looking at me like, whoa, babe, I didn't mean it like that. Like, are you okay? He didn't know how to deal with that. So when we went to counseling, he got a better understanding of me and my trauma, and I got a better understanding of him because he's a very laid back, he's real chill. Like he don't it
Mhm.
takes a lot for him to get angry. Like
Mhm.
somebody would have to literally physically do something to him, or it has to be something done to me or my children for him to get angry.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
So, and this is part of the reason why I haven't made any YouTube videos or none of that. Like I'm not the type of person. I don't feel comfortable allowing people into my life. So I feel like if they sit down and have a conversation, go to counseling, we would never see this on the internet again. I
I
feel that
agree.
way
Exactly.
because I
I
I
feel
agree.
agree.
like they both love each other.
Yeah, they do.
And I
Yep.
feel like the love they have for each other is so strong. Damien doesn't know how to handle the hurt that she's been through, and she doesn't know how to handle the way he deals with her. So
And that's true.
counseling will kind of mediate all of that.
I agree.
So I just wanted to say that my heart hurt when I watched them videos today,
I
and
agree.
I
Girl,
cried watching
yo.
Erica's video, and I
I
cried
did
watching
too.
Crier's video because you could see that they both love each other,
Mhm.
Mhm. I
but
cried too, girl.
you could see that there's a miscommunication. So
Mhm.
I feel like if they sat down, had a conversation, went to counseling, we would never see them do this on the internet
I
again.
should hope not. I really should hope not. Welcome to the panel, Big Bad Wolf.
Hey, Big Bad Wolf.
Hey,
Hey,
baby, how
Big
you
Bad
doing
Wolf.
today?
Big Bad Wolf.
Hey ladies, hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
I said I wasn't gonna speak on this no more, and after I seen Erica's video, and then I turned around and I got a notification that Crier dropped a video. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna drop down. I don't think at this point in this situation, so much has so much hurtful things has been done on both sides. Everybody keep forgetting that she never said that she was a saint or an angel. Everybody keep forgetting Love by Erica is just now finding herself, figuring out she's becoming a real bona fide woman. Everybody keeps forgetting this. Nobody said that she was perfect.
Y'all,
Nobody
excuse me,
said
Robbie. I don't
Crier
mean to
was
cut you
perfect.
off, but y'all, give me a second. I need to make another phone call. I'll be right back. Please continue.
Oh, okay. Nobody said that she was perfect, but nobody said Mr. Crier was perfect. I think after this, after those two videos today, I am done with YouTube altogether after today.
Oh, Big
It
Bad
doesn't
Wolf.
make any sense for people to get on this internet and just try to belittle and berate this girl. And was, she went through 9 months of hell. She didn't say a
Mm-hmm.
word. She didn't say
Mm-mm.
a word. She put her series out. She did uh part part after part after part. She did not go in on nobody, but everybody
Mm-mm.
seems to forget that she has not done anything to anybody. Everything
Mm-mm.
has been done to her. So
Exactly.
for this, I say, I wish them all the best. I wish Love by Erica all the best. I wish her children all the best. I wish everybody all the best that's in every situation. I don't think that they are meant to be together, because if it was destined, he would have done what he needed to do to keep her. It is not
Exactly.
meant for them to be together. Period. Because when, like I heard Wicked say earlier, and I've been listening, I heard Wicked say, when you got a jewel. See, I be listening. People don't understand. I hear everything. My kids tell me I act like I can't hear. I hear what I want to hear, but I hear everything. I heard Wicked say earlier that when you got a jewel, you hold on to that jewel. You lock that jewel down when you got a jewel like that. Erica is a diamond in the rough. That's what people don't
Mm-hmm.
understand. And when you got a diamond in the rough like that, you better hold on to her, because what you would not do, the next man will. I promise you.
Amen.
I promise you. So everybody need to go their separate ways. Everybody just need to just go their separate ways. Continue to co-parent. Do whatever it is they need to do for their children, and that's it. I mean, that's it. And I'm, like I say, I'm done after that. I'm done with. I didn't even took my YouTube music off of my phone and my tablet. So the only thing I got to do is disconnect it off of this, and I'm done. I can't. It's just too much. It's too wicked. It's too wicked. The devil is busy, and the devil,
Yes.
when you start letting the devil into your home through a social media website, you have a problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have a problem. You have a serious problem. And for them going to counseling, I was married. I was married for 26, almost 27 years. For them to go to counseling, it's not going to work. It should have been done in the beginning. You can't come in the end, try to fix something that's already broken and can't be fixed. That they need to go their separate ways. Nobody needs to be together. They just need to co-parent, like she said, and let her move on with her life. Let let her find her future husband. Let her be happy. Because she is very unhappy right now. And that is not a good place for a woman to be. Especially a woman of her stature with children, young children at that. Everybody just need to go their separate ways. And
Okay,
I'm
so
done.
who in the building agrees with Robin and feels like they should not try and get back together at all? Please put a one in the comments if you think they should just co-parent at this point. It's really a difficult conversation, and we've seen all this that happened. That's why I didn't want to give too much energy to the muckers and all of that, because that's outside interference. The people that mattered is loved by Eric and Mr. Cryer, and they do have a son, you know. Lorraine, I'll drop the link, sweetie. Hold on. You just click this, and it's best if you go use Safari, not Chrome.
All right, Angel, I'm gonna drop down because I don't want my background noise to interfere.
Okay, my love. Thank you so much for coming up on the panel and sharing your wisdom.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, I dropped the link if anybody else should want to come up. It is right here in the chat. Let me start. Okay, there we go. Okay, Robin, you got a few ones. You definitely got some ones. And you know, I did do a group poll. Just a second, let me pull it up. Okay, the poll the question was, should Mr. Cryer still propose? 7 out of 3 people, 72% of you said yes, he still needs to propose to her. And 28% of you say no. Oh, that's so sad.
I think at this point, and it's probably gonna be a lot of mad people at me, and I agree, frankly don't care.
Well, it's your
Um,
opinion, Robin, and you have a
at
right
this
to
Yeah,
it.
show
point,
opinion. Show
at
opinion.
the, at this point, even if he did propose to her, she's going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to say no, and I'm going to tell you why. Because he feels like, and I would agree with Love by Erica on this. Every time there is a tiff or a feeling or a wow her up his ass that he get, that men get, he want to run to the internet and bash her. And she was right when she hit the nail on the head when she said he go harder on her by him and her being together than he do his exes when they go in on her. You doing shit ass backwards, Crier. That is backwards. That is backwards thinking, and that's backwards movement.
I
That
agree.
shit is foul. If you gonna jump on Erica's top, you need to jump on all they asses top.
I agree.
Everybody. You need to
Mm-hmm.
jump on Mucker's motherfucking head. You need to jump on Latoya head. You should have jumped on um that other girl he used to
JM.
be. He should he
I
need to
agree.
be on all they top behind
I
Love by
agree.
Erica.
Like the
Mm-hmm.
Tasmanian devil.
I agree on that now. Yep.
I
He did
totally
all
agree.
they talks. Yep.
I do believe I do believe the same thing. That it's not right. I've had issues with a family member that looks at it like as if, well, you're my family and I love you more. That's why I'm harder on you and the ones that are my blood. But the truth is, we're your blood and we love you and we've been there and shown you consistently. So why is it everybody else deserves respect? That's not the way it goes. And it
Hmm.
really hurt a lot of our connections for years until we got to the bottom of that and it was unexpected. So I totally think Erica is right when
Well,
she says, that does seem to take a kinder approach even when it comes to the men, like Moji, for instance. He never went off on Moji. And look at all the foul things he was saying about the situation with Darian. He never had to bring any of that up. Erica didn't bring that up on here. That was Moji and his
Hmm.
so-called alcohol.
well,
Look at him, Psycho. All the things that he said. I totally agree. And
I,
he just
we
in the
what's
first.
good for the goose is good for the gander. It's an old folk saying. A lot of you young people probably don't know what that means. But what, and I ain't bringing no alcohol, no tea, no none of that. What was good for the goose is damn sure good for the gander. And I'm sorry, I don't play that. I don't play them. I don't play them type of games. What goes around will most definitely come around. And
Goes around.
everybody that has played a part in wronging that girl is going to
Hmm.
feel God's wrath. And I
You
promise you
better
that.
say.
And it ain't gonna be too much more longer. It
Hmm.
already started happening. Look what's going on in the Mucker
Lorraine,
family.
come back up, baby. You were
I
here.
heard they
Come back
fight.
up.
I heard they fighting like cats and dogs over there.
Mm.
Mhm.
Hostility, big bad wolf. Spill
That
the
Mm.
right.
tea.
And ain't no unity. They used to have church at the sister and the brother house on Sunday. Oh, they everybody fighting.
Mm.
Everybody everybody got something to say about this, that, and the third.
Because that relationship was built on nothing but pure evilness.
That's all.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
and
Mm.
and maybe he's not conscious that he's doing it. Maybe he's not conscious because, of course, when he does or has went off on Erica like that, he's totally in his emotions. So maybe he's not conscious of just how light he's been towards her enemies. But it's like these are venomous snakes who have bit her time and time again on everything they could. So yeah, I definitely feel like Erica has a right to be
I,
upset.
I, I don't I
Okay,
don't I
Lorraine,
don't
I'm
I
about to
don't
let you up, baby. You want the camera on or you want to turn it off?
you talking to me?
No, Lorraine's in the backstage. I'm about to let her up.
Oh, okay. I might.
It don't matter.
Okay, baby. Welcome to the platform, Lorraine. What would you like to say, my love?
Do I
Yes, I can hear you.
have, I would, what I would like to do is beat the. I would. What I would like to do is beat the hell out of Latoya. That's what I would like to do.
I think
Girl,
we
me
would
too.
all like to get
Me too,
involved in that.
girl. Me too.
But I was thinking about Erica. What I was thinking about Erica is the young lady is so humble, and I think people take her kindness for her.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Not sure what happened, Lorraine, but you're welcome to come back up. I'm gonna drop the link just in case you need me to.
What she was saying is that people are, try to take Erica's kindness for weakness, and I do agree with that. I
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree
I
with that.
agree with
I
that.
agree. They do.
You know,
I agree.
but like I say, everybody just need to pipe down, and they don't understand and things that we didn't know about baby Drake. And for the life of me, a woman of a certain age who has grandkids who one of my grandkids were born with hearing loss, and they didn't get it until they started getting a little older. You don't understand what that mother was going through at that time. That baby could not hear.
And she didn't
Fools,
even tell us that.
are y'all
So could you
crazy?
imagine how terrified she was, and just how many doctor's appointments she's been going to, just how the lack of sleep alone, y'all, newborn. Can you imagine? Then she has a toddler. That's not easy. That's not easy by far. That's
It's
not easy.
not.
It's
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 not easy.
Yeah, for 410 Byron says that Latoya wanted this to happen. Of course. I'm sure she
Exactly.
got one of those cricket smiles tonight.
Exactly. That's what I said earlier. They want this to happen, and they get what they want.
Well, let that be a lesson to Crier then. So let that be a lesson to him of what he's lost versus what they wanted him to lose.
Exactly.
I just wish he would have never put them two words in that live that he did. Lord have mercy. He should have never said that he was mad at her, and that's her anger right now. He made her have to second guess him and think, well, whose side are you really on? Are you on my side or are you on their side?
Well, and then to say that he was embarrassed by her going live and speaking her truth, I think that
Embarrassed
kind of got
about
to her too
what?
because she's tired of
let
sitting up there and letting them think that they can throw shots at her children. Like that man had the audacity to show her freaking newborn's pictures when he
Hmm.
was in a state where she didn't want his face and whatnot to be shown is because of the eczema, and he shows the pictures. That was so disrespectful at so many different
Disrespectful.
levels.
Disrespectful. He disrespected his son.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
So
that baby look exactly like him. He a damn fool. That baby look exactly like him.
uh,
oh god, yeah.
That
Lorraine, what
don't
were you
make
going to
no
say, baby?
sense.
I know you
That
got
baby look
something.
like his mama. That baby don't look like him. That baby look like his mama to me.
Yes. I also want to say that I think when Choir said that I'm mad at her, I think what he was trying to say is don't get it twisted. I don't think that he was really throwing off on Erica. I just think that he was telling them, hey, I don't care what me and her go through, don't get it twisted. Y'all not gonna pick on her.
Yeah.
Sometimes men have a bad choice of a way of explaining things. Things don't come out like they want it to come out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I
I,
don't
I
think he
I would
should have been
I would
so
I would
upset
agree
with
with
her for doing a live. Like she's a grown woman. She
you.
got
Right.
feelings. She
I
should
would
be
I
able to get up on the same panel that he gets up on and act the fool just like the rest of them. She has that right too, and she stays silent for so long. She ready to pop.
And she does.
Exactly.
And she
well
does.
Well, he
what
did
I was gonna say,
say
I was
that.
gonna piggyback off what you just said, Miss Lorraine. I don't necessarily. I'm gonna say it like this. I have to choose my words wisely because I'm very educated. um,
Mhm.
he done fucked up, is what he done. Simple. They don't need to do anything but co-parent. At the end of the day, after the videos I seen today, he don't need to have no. She don't need to do anything else with him but co-parent. That is all he deserved after the stunt he pulled by defending everybody else coming to jumping down her throat about everybody else instead of jumping down everybody else's throat and letting them know I stand strong and 10 toes down with my woman or my lady or the mother of my son.
And
He's never done that.
And that was one of the things I had said on my video, NBA young man, I'm talking to you. That he's the cause of this. If he would have put a stop to this when it
I must
started,
have
it
missed
wouldn't
that
have
one.
gotten to this point, I feel. If
Mm.
and you know, I raised my children to say that if a person comes along and they disrespects you, okay, that's one thing. But if they can disrespect your mother or your siblings or your sister or any of those things, it's even worse because that means that they really don't even think of you as someone that needs to be respected.
Right.
Hmm.
You right. You absolutely right. You right. And when I
And
tell
you know,
you, I
and this but
deleted.
now in Cryers, okay, now let me play devil's advocate because he did state that the reason why he didn't want Erica to do the video was because he doesn't want them to know that they are affecting her. But that's a lot to say. But it's something else when you literally are hearing people talk about your child.
Right.
Exactly.
But
And
see,
then
here's
what
the
they
thing.
do it.
You can't see you by you playing devil's advocate. You just contradicted him as well. Listen to what you just said, Wicked.
Well,
Now
just in this
he said the
situation,
same
I
thing.
feel
He contradicted himself as well in that video. He done it multiple videos that he's done on her. You can't.
evidently
It's
you have
either
two
this or
to
that. You can't have it both ways.
Mm.
You either going to make amends and do what you're supposed to do by the woman that you claim to love and you have a son with, or you gonna walk away. And I think Erica, she did the right thing by making that video. I don't care if it is a skit or whatever they call it that these kids calling it nowadays. I don't care whatever it is. I'm saying true love by Erica. Walk away, baby. Co-parent.
Mhm.
That's it. That's
I
it.
also think that I also think that
Mm.
he gave Erica the recordings of Latoya and of Latoya calling him. He gave those receipts to Erica.
yeah.
But I don't think he wants her to use them.
But she
Hey,
made a
Papa
point.
Queen.
She made a
He
strong
wants her
point
to
in
use
that
them at the
too.
right time.
You see, she made a strong point
He
in that
wants her to
too.
use them at the right time.
If your if your ex is an ex for a reason, that is gonna be my next tattoo. A ex is an ex for a reason.
Hmm.
Do not
I agree,
mistake.
Beyonce.
Do not mistake that love by Erica by any means is naive. And she was dead on when she said they don't need to be calling you, contacting you. And if you change your number, then they turn around and call you on a social media site. She was spot on with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
She spoke like a
They
true
definitely, if
girlfriend,
he
a
would have
true
handled it,
fiance.
I agreed. If he would have handled it in the tone that I feel that they deserved it, that ain't no way in hell she would have felt comfortable to call him. I don't care if him and Erica was shooting freaking guns and shooting bullets at each other. He wouldn't have. They wouldn't have felt comfortable to reach out, but they did. They did. They did the same way Jay might well Psycho still feels that it's okay to talk all the junk he
Well,
wants
you
to
know
talk
what?
and everything
Like
is
you
their
said,
fault.
playing the devil advocate. My husband's ex-wife called him.
His ex-wife, she still talks with him.
Yeah, she talked to him, and their kids was grown. His ex-wife.
Okay.
I don't talk to
Yeah,
exes. I don't talk to if I see my ex
but
in the store, I
if I
will
talk to
walk
my
past
ex-husband, he
him.
gets an attitude.
I will walk if I see my ex-husband and I was his second wife. He's on his seventh wife now.
Damn.
If I walk past him in the store or see him anywhere in public, and now I was wife of the year. Don't get it twisted. He'll speak to me, but will I speak to him? I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction because when you had me, you should have kept me. Don't try to speak to me when you're with your new woman, cause I'm gonna hurt your feelings, her feelings, the kids feel.
That
All bets
part.
is off. All bets is off. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody safe when it comes to me. Nobody is safe. I'm sorry.
I feel
I'm
like
at a
opportunity
point
not
in
two
my
ways,
life.
in and out.
I I,
You
I
choose.
ain't finna. I'm like Love by Erica. I'm not finna get. She have everything to lose, and she's right. I ain't finna get into it with no bitch that ain't got nothing to lose but her cell phone and her keys. And on that note, I'm on mute.
Okay. Well, Mr. Cryer, you've got a lot of fans here. We support, your channel, your platform. Been doing it for years, and we're
Yeah.
telling you point blank, you've wronged that woman. You have. This isn't a story where she's cheated on you. Y'all had broken up. Both of you had went your separate ways and ran into two of the nastiest snakes you possibly could have been with. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
obviously.
Definitely.
And now it is time for you to make some soul. You got to make some
Mhm.
soul searching decisions. Are you prepared for Dion to be in a household with another man calling him father? Because Love by Erica is not a woman that's not going to be married. I'm telling you that now. If it's with Cryer or not, she is going to find a husband. That is how she's geared. That is what she's not that, you know, she's not a Toya. Let's be clear. She's not.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Nope.
She's
Not at
So
Erica
all.
is wife
then are
material.
you gonna let, because
Yes.
none of those men that have been talking shit about Erica that you seem to still be okay with would allow you to tear them out of what they love. Okay, let's be clear.
Mm-hmm.
You're the
Exactly.
one that's losing, and it's sad because they came after them. They wanted what they had. They're still trying to get what they have, and it's not to be just taken lightly. It's not. And yeah, I get it. He did make the videos, and that is a little bit out of his character. But come on now, Mr. Crocker could come over here and unload his trash talk. You get what I'm saying? Because he's got over
Mm-hmm.
a 500,000 subs that don't see anything. That's why I be floored, and I'm
If I
so
had a
thankful.
if
Like
I
when
had
they
a
give you a
question to
shout
ask
out.
Mr. Cryer,
Yeah, like
it
Mr.
would
Clark gave
be
me a shout out, or he mentioned my
he's so
channel
quick
the other
to
night
snap off on
on his
Erica.
channel. But the way that YouTube works, guys,
Why
this
didn't
man
he
has a half
expose
a million
Latoya's
subs.
video
Okay,
yet?
and I'm still not even at 3,000. It's total around here about 7,000 people. Okay, 7,000
Mm-hmm.
people who know all about the J Psycho me and the drama. But those people who only watch his reaction channels, YouTube does not show them channels such as mine. Okay, so in other words, when he's giving a shout out, I'm thankful that he's doing that. But I'm sitting there thinking, them people, I know them people like, who in the hell is a wicked angel? You know what I mean? Because I might be
Mm-hmm.
known over here, but this is our sector. You get what I'm saying? That man is at a 500,000 climbing. Okay, let's be clear. And they love him because of the entertainment and what he can do positive,
Hmm.
and they care about
Mm-hmm.
him being a good father. They know Dion. You know what I'm saying? They know Darian. They don't want the drama. So I think it's very important for Cryer to realize what he's given up because the complete
Mm-hmm.
package would be him to be a good husband, would be for him to do positive content. And if he wanted to go off on them, Mr. Cryer, child, bring your ass over here and say whatever you want to say to them. You don't have to bring it to your platform. The point is,
Exactly.
let them people know. Let them know that number one, you're not a punk. Okay.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, you love your woman the same as they love their women. Number
Mm-hmm.
three, you're not gonna tolerate disrespect, especially when you
Mm-mm.
know people are eating off of y'all.
That's right.
Exactly. Let them
You
motherfuckers know.
and I could go on to put child, I could probably go on to level 20, but I said it all already in my video. And this ain't about that because I don't want to beat neither one of them up. I just want to say what's right and what's wrong. And at the end of the day, Love by Erica has been a virtuous woman. She's like you said, very humble. She doesn't get up here
Mm-hmm.
and try and play big rich this and oh, I'm that and I'm that. She did, and I was so proud of her for saying, well, I'm not broke and I ain't never gonna be broke again because she is NBA young woman. Okay, let's be clear, she's not. But she's not
Period.
ashamed to say of where she came from because she knows it's not where she's from.
That
It's
part.
not even where she at right now. It's where she focusing on going with them those kids. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
pity for Mr. Cryer not to see it. I'm telling you, like he did say, he stated how beautiful she looked. But sir, have you really been telling her when that camera off how beautiful she looks? You know what I'm saying? Like when you go and take your little trips, have you been trying to arrange a trip for her? You can afford, Mr. Cryer, to get a nanny and y'all go to, go out of town and things of that nature. Surprise her. Fuck some flowers. She can have a whole garden in her backyard. Right now, you're gonna have to go that extra mile or you gonna lose what let me tell you, you're gonna lose it. When a woman fed up, she's fed up.
She
And
fed
Erica
up.
is
Trust
fed
me.
up.
I
Okay,
know.
Mashikia.
Erica
Trust
is
me. I
fed up.
know. Yeah.
Let them haters know. Let those haters know. You don't have to cloud up your channel. We all know how you like to keep your channel. We get it. Okay? You've got
But come
plenty
on over here.
other channels that you can
We'll help
come
you.
and let it be known.
Okay.
And they will never get to see it. You don't have to worry about it. Okay? Over
Come
Mm-hmm.
on,
10,000 and some
come
odd
on over
people
here.
don't know nothing about it.
We'll
But
help you. Come on
people
over
do
here.
need to hear it. I
They
guarantee
do.
you, it just because they're punks, just because they're scary, they watch everything. Like, come out the bushes. How about that? Robin, light them bushes up. Light them
The
up.
I don't
Light
know.
them up.
Them bushes been on fire all day.
Okay.
All day. Them bushes been on fire all day. They been dropping dead. Them bugs been dropping dead. I've been spraying pesticide all day in them bushes.
Yes. And we want to see a positive resolution like what Robin was saying. She's observant of the fact of it just seems like it's always going to be this back and forth, and I just in my heart I feel that Mr. Crowd wants to do it big. I think it was really going to come unexpected because of course a lot of us have been on his ass. Crier, get the ring. And I think he was waiting for that perfect moment, to do it in a YouTube way. But no sir, no, sir. I'm sorry. Shit. Now, at this point, man, look here. Matter of fact, Miss Cry, get up off of here. Get out the bushes, Miss Cry, and drive on over there and cry a little bit, plead a little bit. Get on your knees tonight and let that woman know that
Okay.
you're starting to see how bad you've really been. Because I don't think he
Mm-hmm.
knows.
Yep.
I don't think he understands it, and that's not to take away the fact that he, stood by her when she, of course, was pregnant, and like how he was talking about how he was a big part of the reason why she didn't lose her stuff because he kept her thinking positive and outshining
Mm-hmm.
them. But that's not enough, Mister Cryer.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
She need
Like he
more.
sat up there and was with one of the biggest snakes YouTube has ever
Mm-hmm.
seen.
You ever seen?
Ever seen
She needs to
Ever
be protected at all costs,
at
and he
all
needs to be
costs.
man enough to want to protect her at all costs.
At
But
all
I
costs.
agree.
that's that key word you said,
I
man. That's that key word. M- Being
man.
being a man is easy.
Mhm.
Being a real man is work, baby. It's work.
Oh, now Latiska, I did catch that. I saw that when he left the post. He did say the criers, and that's what I'm telling you. I do think a proposal was coming, but like I said, too little, too late because of all of this extra. All of this
Yeah.
extra, and it's so sad because he looks like he really was shocked, and I don't think Erica talked to him about it. I think Erica kind of just, when he got the baby, she probably just played it kind of passive, didn't argue with him or nothing because she's over that. I think
She
she
did.
to
She
a
did
point,
it. She
baby.
did it the way she wanted to do it, and I'm very proud of her for that. And it's always going to be for me. And like I say, I have daughters older than uh Love by Erica. It's going to always be Team Love by Erica for me. And Crier, if you wanna, you better work your heart to get her and keep her and lock her in and lock her down. Because I'm telling you right now, she on her way out. And it ain't nothing you and nobody else can do but move
No.
on and just co-parent. When a
Mhm.
woman's fed up, R. Kelly made that song for a reason.
Amen, sister.
He
She
made
sure
that song
did.
for a reason. When a woman's
Yes,
fed up,
yes, yes.
She
You
fed
right.
you
up.
better understand
You better
all
believe
bets
it.
is off. All
Hmm.
bets is off.
I agree.
And I was born on women. When I'm fed up, it motherfucker over with. Leave me alone, lose my number, forget my name,
Oh
everything.
my gosh, we women have been. Oh man, boy, when
Yes,
a woman fed up,
And
y'all, who's been
yeah,
there? When you put on
and
that
we
Mary J. Blige, baby, and you start cleaning up, and you start listening to them
mm-hmm.
songs. What? What?
These
baby.
men better get it together.
And then you look
These
forward
men
to
better get it together.
baby. Ooh.
And we me and you are a women of a certain age. These young ladies, I want them to understand when you become a woman of a certain age,
Mm-hmm.
you don't look at things. You look at things in a totally different light. See, we can look at this. I can look at this two ways because I have daughters and sons.
I know, Deanna.
We could have daughters and sons.
Mm-hmm.
We can look at this one or two ways, but I'd rather look at it the way that I've always seen it, in a positive way, because when you go to looking at things in a negative way, then negative stuff started coming into your household.
Well,
I
Robert,
don't
let
want
me tell you.
nothing negative around me.
I know
Period.
that's right. You can do bad
I,
by your
The
I
neighbor.
agree.
devil ain't got no play here.
But
I
I
done
agree.
said
be
that
honest
many
with
times.
you, when I was in my 20s and 30s, the only thing I saw was me wanting to be a good mother and a good wife. I was very focused on my children. And life throws curveballs all the time, guys. And when my 40s started rolling around and my children started becoming adults and living their own life, I had that empty nest syndrome. And looking back now, I'm even older. I can't believe I had so many opportunities that I threw away based upon an illusion. And it was always something going on with my husband. It was always me working out our marriage and me wanting to be an even better mother and all of these things. And I let my dreams go for that illusion. So I'm telling Erica right now, point blank, sweetie, I'm almost 20 years, your senior, or at least
Yes,
I am. No, I am. No, I'm
we
almost 60 or
are.
something. And
Uh,
I don't want to see 20 years go by and you looking back like I did to say what coulda, shoulda, how you could have done it, because he's a man. He's never gonna be perfect. That's not happening. Let's get that out of our head. He's
right.
not gonna be perfect, but they do love each other and love can conquer, but it's got to be him stepping up to the plate. It
It's
has.
got to be authentic love. I'm gonna say it like that. It's got to be genuine love. You
I
can't
think he
come
does
in
have
a
genuine
relationship
remorse.
faking the funk. You
I
can't do
just
that.
don't think he knows the amount of pain it made her feel for him to be siding with people that say they don't like her. I think he doesn't grasp that. That's what I
He
think.
hasn't grasped that concept yet.
Hey baby, did what happened? You made it up on the panel. I'm so sorry. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link again. Okay.
But
Uh
he hadn't
Thank you
grasped the
for
concept yet.
joining me into the show, Wiki.
Oh, okay,
I'm
baby. That
sorry.
was Asia. Okay,
I
that
ain't
was
the
Asia
joy.
that dropped down. Okay, let me move the comments so I can see your name. Okay, Deanna, welcome to the panel. What would you like to say, my love?
All I want to say is thank you for having me here. Thanks for joining me up and all that. Um,
You're
Man,
welcome.
this stuff, see, it hits so close to home. I know my husband and I age different isn't like quiet and love. But I wanted to cry so hard today. But baby, I gotta stay strong. I got a husband, 3 children. I can't be letting this stuff interfere with my emotions like that though.
Yes.
But
Hmm.
for real, oh my God. I'm like, Mr. Crier, what? What? And then you back on it on the internet. Everything he said in his
Yeah.
video, he should have called. Now we don't know, or I don't know, if he didn't call her and express his feelings. You
I think
know,
it was definitely a tisk for task. Like since he went to the internet and said they fell out, she brought it to the internet, let it know she moving on. So then he went to the internet to let it be known about how he's feeling about the reaction. And I think he's
girl,
hella embarrassed because he didn't see it coming. He thought he was ready to party all week, probably gambling his butt off. You know what I'm saying? Gambling his
I
butt
agree
off.
with it. And
And
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Gemini. Choir is a Gemini, but he's a
mhm.
male. Yeah, we will in certain ways, but baby, that girl did you one, and then now I'm gonna be honest. All this fake crying on video, boy, stop that fake ass crying, cause you not really moved like that.
You
I don't believe he moves like
you
that,
talking about them with fake tears? He hurt. I think he really
girl.
hurt.
If he
I
don't go
believe he
somewhere with
hurt.
that with
I
them
believe he hurt,
with that
and I
Visine
do,
in his
but I
eyes,
believe he pushed them tears out for damn content.
Mm.
let me tell y'all something.
He probably put some
It's
Visine in
young
his
ladies on this
wait
panel.
a minute, Big Wolf. He probably put some Visine in his eyes to make
I
him
just
turn red.
said that. I just said
Y'all
that.
are
You
right.
said that,
Y'all
Let,
are
Big
let,
right.
Wolf.
let me say something to you young ladies on this panel. When I was in my 20s, I was shot by a man who was very abusive to me. My children were young.
No,
He shot me, he shot
I've heard
me
those stories.
5 times.
Oh my
The,
God,
the bullet that was aimed for my head,
my
I was
God.
on the payphone with 911. The bullet that was meant for my head, I threw my arm up because somebody said duck. I heard somebody in the background say duck.
Oh
I
my
threw
God.
my arm up. The bullet is still in my arm. Now,
Mm.
Jesus.
in my 20s, I
Mm-mm-mm.
did not expect to be the age that I am now. I'll be 50 if the Lord say the same next month. I'll be
Mm-mm-mm.
Hmm.
50 years old. Half of a deck, half of $100 bill. And I'm gonna
Mm.
tell you, young ladies, this. If y'all got y'all a man, a husband, a boyfriend, or whatever, don't take no. If you got, if you
And I
are in
don't.
a abusive situation, get out. I know it's not easy sometimes, but there are hand signals. I've taught the class on the hand signals. I've taught the class on the hand signals on for the children. There's everything. Get out.
Get
I
out of
did
it.
not
Honestly, for my
expect.
husband and I,
It'll get worse. Get out
we
of it.
don't, and I get that part, but for my husband and I, we're married, 3 kids. We do not, y'all want to know, this is why I said I'm conflicted when it comes to what. Love by Erica and the choir family should do about their relationship. Because you just don't know. Sometimes there's differences. For my husband and I'm not speaking for the world, I'm talking about my husband and our three children.
Mhm.
I am the youngest of six kids. My
Mhm.
husband is the youngest of five kids. So we are two individuals that have always had it our way. We wanted our way, and now we love each other. But we like, listen, shit, you gonna do shit my way? No, you gonna do shit my way.
Mhm.
And that's not a reality. We gotta, come to the forefront and be like, listen, at the end of the day, this shit about the kids, and that's what we do.
What? But what
Mhm.
I
is your
cater to
husband?
him, he catered to
What is your
me.
husband's?
I really wish that Love by Erica and Mr. Cryer could come to that forefront
Mhm.
and be like, damn, if you love each other, damn, just love
Hey,
each
Ern.
other. It's not that serious.
That's
And
Yeah,
then
right.
just love
Yeah,
each
listen,
other.
I
I
think
hadn't
Yeah,
I
started
the
no
power
think
goddamn
they
couple.
need to.
YouTube
I think they
channel
need to
because I
part.
don't have
I
time
think they
for
need
that
to.
shit.
I think they need to part ways. I think they just need to co-parent. I don't think nothing
If
else
they
need to
were
happen
going to
at this
be
point.
YouTubers, then yeah, that's possible. That's very highly likely. I would never start no YouTube channel. I would never put my husband on here. I posted a channel. I posted a video of my son taking his first steps and a video of my daughter dancing. And I ain't posted shit else ever. You know why? Because I don't have time for this type of shit in my real life.
And they come.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
it's sad, but people will try, like, for whatever reason, people love to insert power when they feel you allow it. And that's what it is, like how Jay Psycho was talking about. Oh, it was a series that Cryer backed out of, so now
No,
it's
and that hurt his
coincide.
feelings.
But he didn't care anything about just disrupting what could be a great relationship. He's getting off.
Exactly. Mhm.
I honestly, and I get what you're saying, Big Bad Wolf, but I also believe in my heart that if them two actually put in the work, they could actually be successful.
I
Yeah,
agree.
they can make it.
That's
They
what
can
I
make it.
believe.
If they put in the work, but I'm gonna tell you
No
something.
relationship is
Put
easy.
in the
Period.
work.
Whether you
You're gonna
boyfriend,
have to get
girlfriend,
off the internet.
fiance, married. No relationship is easy.
Mm-mm.
No, no, nothing's perfect. No, we was not born into a perfect world.
Thank
No
you.
marriage or no relationship is perfect nor easy. But I'm
Thank you.
going to say this. This is where me and you are different because I am a Virgo and I'm stubborn as a horse.
Yeah,
And
I'm a
I will say
Gemini, and I
this,
got two Virgo kids, a female
baby.
and a male.
But you got two great kids too. Your
I
kids are
understand
great
that.
kids.
I
Virgos are
understand
very
that.
Virgos are very humble until you make us mad. When you make us mad, everybody just scatter.
You
Everybody just
understand?
scatter.
Listen, although my children, my Virgos, one of my Virgos is 11. She'll be 12 September 7th. Hey, y'all wish her a happy early birthday.
Okay.
Happy early birthday.
My other Virgo is my son. He's 3. He'll be 4 August 28th. I see all their personality. But I want people to stop putting everything on Virgo signs, because at the end of the day, we all have our limits. We all have our pushing points.
Mhm.
Everybody
You
want to
better
put it on
tell it.
signs. Fuck the damn zodiac signs. We all have them limits. If you keep pushing at me, yeah, I'm going to respond. Whether I'm an
Exactly.
And that's
Oh
what
Aquarius,
yeah,
a
you
that
ain't
is
no
what
Gemini, a
I
pushback
have
with
been
Scorpio,
me,
a
saying.
PJ.
Virgo, a
You're right.
Taurus,
I've
a
been saying
damn
that from the beginning.
Capricorn. It don't matter. We
I've
all
been
gonna
singing that
respond.
same song. You preach it to the choir. I've been singing this same song since I've been coming over here to Wicked's channel. I've been singing that same song.
Right. So
Have I
you
not?
agree with what I'm saying, right?
Well,
So you are
I,
not
I,
agreeing. I'm
I
just saying it doesn't matter. Okay,
listen,
so if we just
listen.
get real, okay, go ahead, Big Wolf.
If they can come together, if they can come together and just keep it strictly, if they're gonna come together, they're both YouTubers, correct? If they're gonna
Mhm.
be together on YouTube, it's got to be
Mhm.
some type of unity, is what I'm saying. I'm
I
not
Mhm.
agree with
saying
that, and that's
necessarily marriage or whatever. It's got to be some
yeah,
type of unity
I
and
agree with that.
respect on both parts, on both on both sides if it's going to work. That's what I'm saying.
Now listen to how I'm gonna respond to that. If they really love each other and want to get married, we understand that y'all are content creators.
Hello.
Y'all gotta learn how to keep some of this personal shit offline.
Yes,
Period.
I agree. I
Mhm. Keep
agree.
it off YouTube.
Period.
Yep.
And this is what's messing y'all up. Erica just said, you done told the whole world you mad at me. Well, let me tell the whole
Mhm.
world why you mad. That's petty shit. Damn, he too grown and
Mhm.
she too grown. And like she just said, she about to hit her 30s. Do you want to continue to repeat the cycle?
Yeah,
Nope.
but she also said
If
something
he
big.
and y'all
It's been
all
three
know,
years.
as women that have been married or is married or been in long term relationships, these men don't be thinking like that.
No, they
Oh,
don't.
honey, I
No,
know
they
they
don't.
don't.
They
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 real
do
really
life
not
just
don't.
think like
don't.
we
It
do.
ain't their fault. God wired them like that. That's why the hell God gave them a damn reel.
Yeah, them men don't be thinking, honey.
I'm just
Not
saying,
like we
ain't that
do.
why God gave him a reel?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the thing is, you can't tell, a man everything like you can a woman. They're not emotionally drawing creatures, even though they can get hella emotional. But that's us that are mental. We're the ones that can kind of identify with our issues and things of that nature. That's why when we break up, we go grab a glass of wine and put on some Mary J. Blige or something,
Oh, girl,
and
you are
they
not
go
about
do
marriage.
basketball.
You
They
better
ready to go
tell
lift
it.
weights and stuff and do some
I'm
push-ups
sorry,
and
y'all. My background noise. Let me mute right quick.
Have a good one.
but we were just cut from different cloths and we have to balance each other out. And to be honest
Mhm.
with you, I feel like they've got what it takes, but they both have to understand each other. And again, I'm rooting for counseling. I really feel it's the counseling. Like, can I
Me
get a
too.
one in the chat if you
I'm
guys feel
definitely
like
with
they
you
can
on
work
that
it out
one.
if they go to counseling? If
Yeah,
they
I'm real
go
for
to
counseling
counseling,
too.
because they need a mediator, and it doesn't need to be us. You get what I'm saying? We might be fuel
Exactly.
in the fire. You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, Mr. Cry probably watching us from his TV now, like, oh, listen at him talking about, oh man, what about her? She almost beat me up. We don't know. They think she's so innocent. Well, Mr. Carl, I can say to that, baby, it's LBE gang, baby. It don't say cry your gang. We cry your family, okay? But we gang members, and we rep and love by Erica, okay? Let's be clear. She's the woman who we've seen that's just been taken down to the brinks, and you haven't. You benefited after these people, from these people. They may not have wanted you to benefit, but you have. You have. I know the first time I seen, the guy I used to talk to, side with my enemies, y'all, that really hurt my heart. And to see that he's no caliber like Crier, but just to see it when I really did try and help that person and whatnot more than I was able to help myself, and for them to sit up there and treat your enemy, somebody that didn't care anything at all about them. Oh, thank you, Reset and Refresh, for the super sticker, baby. Y'all, it really is heartbreaking. So I can only imagine what Love by Erica's felt. Like, I've experienced so many different things on this platform these past couple of years. And I've only been known in this sector for going on a year, of course. But guys, honest to God, it's like when Erica's went through a lot of these things, I've gone through it on a minimum level, because it ain't no way in hell. Like, I would have probably been on my way to prison if I would have had to endure as long as she has. And like I said, that was his mistake. It never should have come a time when J. Michael felt it was okay to do his one-sided series. Okay? No, I'm gonna put my foot up your ass would have been the series. Especially with the emoji stuff. Even though it was a horrible rumor that Moji brought out, Cryer still took it out, I feel, on Erica. And I think that's what Erica's just been collecting notes. I think she's forgiven, but she never forgot. And I think, this was one of the things that her cup just tipped over. She couldn't take it anymore. And I think she's ready to say the hell with all of us. You know what I mean? Hello?
Well, after I like I said, I've already deleted YouTube off my devices. It's not worth it to me.
It's not.
It's just not. You
It's
know.
Well, we come out here for entertainment, and it makes some really good conversations. We meet some really good people. We have a
Well,
lot
we
of
do.
but
And
y'all
me and you are gonna be down like four flats forever,
always
forever, forever, ever.
forever
We
ever.
I'm a
joined at the
piggyback
hip forever, ever.
what she just said. It's just the
But
fact that YouTube should be for fun. YouTube should be for educational purposes.
YouTube used to be, from my understanding, YouTube used to be fun.
Yeah,
Somebody
Well,
said YouTube
outside
used
of
to be
fun,
fun.
I
reach one,
did.
teach one.
I agree.
Where did
But
all this
this is
drama come
different
from?
because
And I
we've
don't like
seen
that.
abuse. We've seen narcissistic abuse hands on. And y'all, I need to get back into those teachable moments. I'm going to
Yes,
hit one of those gentlemen up that covers narcissism and see if we can talk more about it because I want to go into the layers of what's wrong with the other side. It's
Well, and
obviously
it
a
is a real
lot of
issue.
problems, but we
yes,
need one with more clinical advice and
But
understanding.
okay, but Joy, what we don't want to do is look at it one sided. Because we are all human and none of us are perfect. So
No.
if we're going to communicate about the men and what they do wrong and what they don't do right, we need to discuss that about the women as well.
of course,
True. They don't
of
get a
course.
pass.
We don't
But
get no
see,
pass.
I'm a Gemini
everyone.
woman, and I'm telling you, if I feel like you done rubbed me the wrong way, this man will snap, pop, and lock on your
Amen.
ass. And
Amen.
I'm dealing with that in my personal life. Like, okay, even if you did something to me, now this the funny thing. In my past, I've accomplished that. Like, you could cuss me out, you could talk shit, you could do whatever you wanted to do, and I wasn't gonna respond. You know why? Because I know who I am and who I belong to.
Amen.
But now, these days, shit, I'm popping the fuck off. And
Girl,
I'm
let me
like,
tell
no,
you.
Lord, I don't want to be popping off on nobody. I want them to deal with their karma by themselves. I don't want to, set myself up for karma. Leave that shit where it's at.
So, do you all think that Erica has come to a point where she should just ignore them?
Ignore the muckers,
Yes,
yes. The
yes.
fake ass muckers, yes. Ignore them.
She should ignore. She should ignore. At this point right now, everybody should be getting ignored. Everybody,
I don't
including
agree with her
Crier,
ignoring Damien. I'm sorry.
including Crier.
I don't.
At
I
this
don't.
point,
No, I'm
I
not
still
don't agree with that
let,
either. I don't
looking at
agree
it.
with that.
wait,
I think they
wait,
should work
wait,
it out.
wait. Everybody jumping at once. Let me finish saying what I was gonna say. At this point in time, right now, I was going to say let some cooling off time pass and then they come together and have a conversation. Good God Almighty. Y'all so
No, no,
high
no,
on
no, no,
fire.
no, no. Calm down, Big Wolf. Calm down. We understand, and I agree with what you're saying because
Hmm.
listen, how they just ran right back into things, and then now y'all back at odds with each other. I agree with that. Separate, get yourself together. Do y'all content separately. Do what you gotta do, Erica. I promise you, baby. I got 3 babies of my own. And I done said this in comments. I done said this on her page, Angel, on your page, your channel, whatever. I done said this. Hell, I got 3 different baby daddies. Who gives a fuck? My
That's the
husband
way of the
loved me
world, honey.
enough to marry me with 2 kids that not biologically his, but goddamn it, he take care of them, my 2 girls.
And he also take care of the son that we had
Mm-hmm.
together.
And
And he
that's
don't
what's
make no
Girl,
important.
goddamn
I done,
difference.
I done been through the same thing. My
He
kid,
don't
I
make no
adopted,
difference.
I adopted
Take your
6
time and
of
actually
my
understand and see if this
kid
dude really
friends.
is for you like that. You ain't gotta rush
Yeah,
shit. If
yeah.
he is doing everything for damn content, shit, release his ass. If he's genuine, shit, ride with that nigga because he been by your side. Point
Yes.
blank, period. And the only way you gonna really know is if you fall on your goddamn knees and ask God to show you who the hell this man's supposed to be in your life. It don't matter about no
Mm-hmm.
age difference.
That's true. That's true. We give our
Yeah,
opinion, but at
I
the end of
agree.
the day, that's on God. And one thing about it is Erica stays prayed up, and I really
And
feel
she
that
tired.
she's gonna
She
come on top
tired.
like she's been coming up on top. And I'm just thankful that the baby's getting better and that he has a mother like her. Could you imagine if he had a mother like Toya?
Oh,
Now let me tell y'all something. And I'm finna say this, and I'm finna get off of it because I
mm-mm.
got a whole family to put to sleep. Okay, but I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna end this thing.
Okay, thank you.
Erica said in her video, when it comes to her, it's like he get on her top, but when it comes to his exes, he's crickets.
Mm-hmm.
And I commented on his video. I was like, that bitch out. Put that shit out there. He ain't did it to this day, and I understand exactly what Eric was talking about. Now let me know. Let me tell y'all why I understand what she's saying. Some of my, well, not some. Let me not lie. My one of my husband's sisters. This mug got a mouth on her, and she think everybody's supposed to respect her voice. Bitch, no, I don't. Cause first of all, bitch, you can't fuck him like I can. You can't suck his dick
Ooh,
like I can. And I'm sorry to be putting this on your shit, but this is real life shit that I go through. This bitch here, she's too opinionated. Okay, we can go back and forth for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm done. Cause after that, bitch, I'm cussing you the fuck out. Cause why? I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not in love with you. I respect you because you my brother, my husband's sister. You my
Mm-hmm.
brother's. I mean, you my yeah, you my husband's sister. You my brother's best friend. That's how close we are. But bitch, don't come to me thinking that Deanna owe you some type of loyalty because bitch, we ain't made that goddamn union like that.
Understandable.
We can agree to disagree. So again, when Erica said you won't jump on nobody else's top, Latoya bitch ass, but you can jump on my top, air that bitch out. What the fuck is you scared of? Selena, whoever, bitch, air them hoes out. Cause you
I
wear me
agree.
out. And I agree with Eric on that. Bitch, if you can't goddamn do them hoes like you try to do me, then bitch, fuck you.
So who in the chat agrees and says it's time for Crier to air flat back out? Oh, please put a one in the comment if you
Yeah,
think
air
it's
that flat
time
back out.
for
I ain't
long
even got to put a one.
good.
I
That
can
flat
tell you
back need to be
one,
aired
one, one,
all
one,
the way.
one.
Erica is feeling disrespected by men that is claiming to have her back and will protect her and
Mm-hmm.
uplift her. Bitch, you not doing that. Put that raggedy bitch out.
Yeah, yeah. Look, let me put my one in the comments because I sure do think it's time.
And
I think
Lord
she should
forgive me.
air.
I don't
I
know the
think
girl,
Crier
but I'm
should
just
put a
saying.
foot. I think
Shit.
Crier has enough
Cause I'm gonna tell you
information
this,
that is
and I'm
true.
not trying to choose
Okay, it's
between
what
my
he
husband and
experienced and what he knows
his
that they
sister.
did to him.
But if you want some wife material shit, you better shut your goddamn sister down. And if he on some wife ass shit with Erica, he better shut all these motherfuckers down that be coming through his phone. Oh, at least I'm being honest with you. At least I'm letting you know. No, bitch, you shut that shit down immediately.
Yeah, and Mr.
Don't
Crier,
come
if
through
you
my phone
listening,
no fucking
we're
more.
not
Period.
saying, see, and Mr. Crier, we're not saying this because we're addicted to drama and we just want to see
No, we're
drama. That's
not.
not
We
it.
talking
That's
about
not it. What we're talking
respect.
about is we want to see you give that same energy and let that hoe know that she is not the quality of woman that Love by Erica is and put her in her proper place. just like
But what
all
we're
the other
saying is
thousands
go back and
of
listen to
men and
H
women
Town
he
about
slept with.
respect a woman. And you don't know how to do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put
Anyway,
her,
y'all, I'm
you
gonna
know,
drop
yeah, put
down
her,
because
he
hell, it
said,
ain't
put
my fight.
SBS
I got
said,
my own
put
fight.
Millie Woodpecker to sleep. Okay, knock her out. And
Immediately.
yes, the same way Erica knocked Mucker down. Let's be clear.
Yeah, with that little wood pepper he got. That
And
hoe
I
ain't even
think
no
that that's
wood
why they're
pepper. That's
able
some
to
damn
still,
vinyl.
yeah, that's the only reason why they're able to still be bringing their behinds around YouTube thinking they doing something. You know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't done that.
Well, did y'all hear when Jay Michael was on A and B Empire Channel and he already said it. They not in love
Mhm.
like that. It's all for show.
All for sure.
Mhm.
And did you hear him say that Toya doesn't even be around like that?
Mm.
Mhm.
And did you also hear him say that she's not a nurse?
Oh,
Mhm.
well, yeah, we knew that.
Damn,
Yeah, we already
AB
knew
had
she been on this.
AB. Yeah, we knew, but AB just had that motherfucker come out and say it.
Yeah, but yeah, but that's what pisses me off with him because if you saw his video today, or yesterday, he was talking about he took notes, of him being on her panel and all this mess.
Girl, and the video didn't reflect shit about that damn panel.
No, it didn't, because
And
he
he too
didn't take
old to
any
be
notes.
bullshitting.
Isn't he though?
He
Oh,
went
see
right
now,
back to
Steph,
that
he
small
probably didn't even
business
know who he was talking about. Thank
because
you,
I guarantee
Internet.
you he had a talk with McConnell and then he had to, try and clean his video up. You was all over there on AB Empire Channel talking about they using you, but you too smart for that. But dude, the damn video you dropped today, and I'm telling you, y'all, I work from home. I be over there listening and stuff. I can't always just interact, but I be listening. I'm like, but goddamn, this video ain't saying shit. Like what the hell you just said over there, and they challenged him.
Oh,
Okay,
But
I
did
come
don't
out
think
of your
so,
but
video
Steph.
and
did you
say
I
this. Come
definitely
out of
do
your
not
video
think.
and do that.
Let me tell you something.
did you see what happened when I jumped on the panel?
I
Oh
did.
yeah,
I
he wanted to
did.
get
And
up
I
I
off of
seen
shut
that
there.
it. I
AB
shut it
did
down.
not let you up because J. Michael wasn't for it.
What you
Hold
scared
up.
of? What you scared of?
Girl.
What happened when you got on the panel? Because I came in 3 hours after.
Oh, baby,
No, J.
I
Michael was
went
not
full
trying to
in.
hear Big Bad Wolf.
I went full in on his top. I went in
Hmm.
on his top.
But Big Bad Wolf,
Wow.
honestly, and I'm be true. I'm be real right now. If you wanted to check him on some shit, you should have did it without all that hollering, cause he shut that shit down immediately.
I done already got on his top privately, and let's just say this: he no longer wants any smoke from Big Bad Wolf. Period.
Okay.
We know he
He
don't.
does not, and I would say this on any panel. He does not. After the interaction that
Excuse
took
me.
place, and that's all I'm gonna say. He don't want no trouble. Period. From
But
me
I
ever
understand that.
again.
Okay, but it would have been a nice conversation if you just would have been on there without the yelling and stuff, because you could have drew more information out of him.
But I here's the thing. We had that chance to have a decent conversation. No, he wanted to yell and scream in my ear. I
So that's
didn't.
why you
So I
came on
hung up the
ABS.
phone. I hung up the phone. I hung up the phone.
That's why
This
you got
this
on
was
A
on
and
phone
B
call.
Empire channel and
This
yelled
was
and
not on
screamed.
this was not on YouTube. This was handled professionally.
Right. I got it.
I He screamed and hollered and did all that. So I politely had a visit paid to him. I said,
Oh,
okay, here's what I'm going to do. Since
and
you
I
like drama and you hollering about you a real gangster and a real thug,
no, he's
I
not.
don't think nobody no thugger than my nephews that are feds. Okay, I tell you what, we're gonna handle this. I'm gonna handle you the legal way.
Fed or no fed? No, he's not.
I handled him the legal way.
Yeah. Well, you did what you felt like you needed to do.
Exactly.
I'm not playing with nobody. I don't have to. I'm too
I
grown.
wouldn't either.
He
I'm too
needs to
grown.
just stay off YouTube till he can explain why he sent Erica those pictures. That's what he needs to do. Why he sent her a nasty picture. He don't need
He
to talk
kept
about
sitting up
nothing
here.
till he explain that.
He kept sitting up here talking about all Erica had on him was going to Mama Selena and saying that trying to say that he tried to holler at me and all this. Damien
He
called
knew
him
exactly what it
saying
was,
you
didn't
tried to holler at Eric. First of all, dude, you a grown ass man. You make yourself look retarded as fuck on YouTube.
he? He is a true clown.
I'm so sorry. I liked some of his content. When
Mm-hmm.
he was on some different shit, but when it comes to this shit, like, bitch, you excuse my language. I'm sorry, Joy. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're
I don't
fine.
want.
Just try and be mindful though, because somebody
Yeah,
have
okay.
children
I'm
around
gonna
listening.
correct my words. I'm sorry. He trying to say that Erica tried to hit Mama Selena up and say that he was trying to hit on her. Okay, cool. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Erica never tried to hit her up and apologize, even though Erica did, and he said that he saw now that Selena didn't want to dang talk to her. Okay, cool. But how are y'all supposed to move forward?
Exactly,
And
but
he said
but you
right
got to look
there,
at it from the ex-wife perspective. Why would she want to move on to a woman that's got what she wish she could have never thrown away?
thank you. But he
Hmm.
said right there on AB Empire channel, he said she could have called me. She got my number. Dude, it ain't about you. Oh,
No.
you mad because Eric ain't hitting you up. You mad because you and Erica no longer having conversations. That's what you
Hmm.
mad about.
Allegedly, Chocolate Queen. The rumor is that J. Michael had sent some, an explicit picture to Erica. This was a long time ago, and then of course when Erica tried to reach out and let Mama Selena know, she wasn't trying to hear it. Basically,
Mm.
she don't care nothing about that little shrub, so she don't
Well,
care.
I'ma say this. From Erica video today, Mama Selena be hitting him up, hitting Crier up. Latoya bitch ass still be hitting Crier up.
Hmm. And truth be told, don't you think Selena doesn't even have to talk to him now because of Darian's age? He has his own cell phone. I'm quite sure. She doesn't even have to be affected with Mr. Price. I don't even want to hear that. Oh, well, they have a child together.
Mm-hmm. They child a teenager. He
Yeah,
could reach out to his
exactly,
daddy himself.
exactly. Oh darn!
Somebody
And
say
Tracy
you
tells me
want
that
to.
Damien was creeping with Selena when he came to town. Ooh Lord. Ooh.
I ain't hearing about that. I ain't never heard that about he creep
No,
love.
I
He
ain't
come.
hear that.
Nah, I ain't never heard that.
Mm. But you never know, though. I'm gonna be real with you. You never know.
Who is
Strange
that? Y'all
things have
got a friend.
happened.
You right.
The main thing is, Mr. Cryer better sit up there and act like he knows what he has before it's gone. That's the decision
Mm-hmm.
he has to make.
I agree.
Regardless of whether they bring it to YouTube or not, he better make a choice because that woman is, like I said, she is not playing with him, and I don't think she's gonna play with him ever again. I think this is serious, and I think that she's letting it be known how she feels, and that she isn't scared to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Walk away.
I agree.
Mm, 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 mm.
Erica fed up at this point. She fed up at this point, and I don't blame her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so important for him to listen to what she's saying before it's too late.
Mm. Yeah, he
And
do.
that's not to say that Erica's always perfect and she hasn't done any wrong. It's not to say that, Mr. Cryer. But it's to say in this situation here, you got to understand where you caused a lot of damage, a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, look, ladies, I've enjoyed the show. We've been on over 3 hours. I didn't mean to go on quite this long, but I'm gonna have to get out of here. I gotta eat my dinner and take a shower. Okay, I gotta
I'll
get
blame you.
bad and stuff. I gotta get up early. But I have enjoyed the show. I appreciate everybody who came up on the panel and voiced your opinion. We can continue the conversation tomorrow because I got a feeling it's more things that are probably gonna need to be said. Shout out to Love by Erica and Mr. Cryer who, watch the show and they care about what we think. And I think Erica needs to know that she does have people who support her 100% and
Mm-hmm.
stand by her in all her decisions, whether, she takes Crier back or not. That's not the case. We love her. And Mr. Crier,
Mm-hmm.
we respect you, sir. We do. We look at you like family, and you are part of the team for sure. But you're not
Mm-hmm.
a woman. Okay, you're a man, so please listen to what we women have said. Okay, I think that you had
Mm-hmm.
a mouthful if you watch this video of women that genuinely like you themselves and respect you, and they're not trying to sleep with you. These gutter bugs that sitting up there in your
Water
ear trying to downface
down.
and downplay stuff, these are the same people that if you gave them the drop of a dime, they'll be there. Okay, so shout
Mm-hmm.
out and everybody on the panel. Y'all, thank y'all for coming. Please come back tomorrow. Shout out to the chat. Y'all have been rocking. The comments are amazing. Like, yeah, hey, the chat always wins. Okay, the comments do not play. And I want y'all to have
Exactly.
a wonderful night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Right. A good night, everyone.
Good night,
Peace out.
everybody. Good night, y'all. Peace.